is a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports.
Pass across, breaks right in front, scores! What a pass from Elliott Life, Briggs makes it 5-1.
It's time for Oahe Capitals hockey on Rock and CapitalCityRock.com. Oahe Capitals hockey is brought to you by First National Bank, Taco John's, Weatherall, Sunmaster, North Star Financial, and Missouri River Dentistry.
Schultz with a shot, he scores! Chris Schultz, his first as a varsity player for the Capitals, and they lead 5-1.
Capitals hockey is also brought to you by Graves Plumbing, Ranky Gray Home Care Services, Bridget M Photography, Swartz Agency, and DNA Construction.
That one redirected, chance, rebound, goal! Andy Gordon stuffed it home, and the Capitals lead 46.7 to go here in the third period.
Oahe Capitals hockey is also brought to you by Leisure Palace, Grey Goose Store and Social Club, Hermanson Endodontics, Oahe Federal Credit Union, and Bros Engineering. And now with the call of Oahe Capitals hockey action, the voice of the Capitals, John Winkler.
And from the Expo Center, we welcome you to Game 2 of 3 this weekend as the Oahe Capitals open up a 2-game set with the Sioux Center Storm. As the Sioux Center will stick around after night play tomorrow afternoon to finish out the 3-home game weekend for the Oahe Capitals, who come in 1-0 so far this weekend, as they're now sitting at 12-0-0-1 on the year. And the Caps were down 3-0 early on last night and came back to score 7 straight to pick up the 7-3 win, and a huge win for the Oahe Capitals after, again, seeing the team be able to come back like that and so quickly come back like that is a huge momentum builder for this Oahe Capitals team as they get looking forward to this matchup against the Sioux Center Storm here this evening. The Sioux Center Storm are not looking too much different, but kind of looking a little different here because the biggest thing, Kenyon Brown no longer with the team. He's had nearly 50 goals on the season last year, and now with not having Kenyon Brown, Sioux Center still scoring a lot of goals, but they're seeing different guys step up and score goals. You know, the Hadlane Cameron that had such a great year on that top line with Kenyon Brown, he's still having himself a pretty good year. Although the one thing that stinks for the Sioux Center Storm team is dealing with injuries. Caps are kind of dealing with it right now with Cord Ellis, Ashley Lee both out. The Sioux Center Storm, Taylor DeJager broke his leg back in the Rapid City weekend when they traveled a couple weeks ago to Rapid City, or a couple months ago to Rapid City. He hurt himself before halfway point of the season. And then also it was a Cutter Wright that also broke his leg, and he's out for the rest of the year. 2 seniors that go down for the Sioux Center Storm, and that's a tough blow to that Sioux Center Storm team because those Taylor DeJager, the last couple of years since I've been calling Oahe Capitals games has been a huge part of why Sioux Center has won hockey games. Has been a huge part of the success of the Sioux Center Storm. So not being able to see him, not being able to see Cutter Wright tonight and tomorrow as well for the rest of the year is disappointing because he's such a great player, and you hate to see kids go down in their senior year at any point really, but you hate to see guys lose their season due to injury, and unfortunately both Taylor DeJager and Cutter Wright are both out here for the rest of the season. The Oahe Capitals, they're taking on the Sioux Center Storm here tonight, and again, we'll talk about their power play. We'll talk about special teams because last year they were the top team in the state in terms of the power play. The Caps are number 2. Both these teams have dropped off a little bit from where they were at the end of the last season in terms of their power play percentage and where they sit at. We'll talk about how special teams looks for both those teams. We'll also talk about the penalty kill and what the Caps maybe do on the power play, or what and how the Caps are still the best team and one of the best teams in terms of their penalty kill as well. And we'll have our Weatherall coaches interview with Coach Steve Steele of the Oahe Capitals. So we will take our first break here, the First National Bank pregame show. When we come back, we will have our conversation, our Weatherall coaches interview with the head coach of the Oahe Capitals, and that is Steve Steele. You're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com.
The frigid air of winter and the blistering heat of summer can really put a dent into your pocketbook. The gang at Weatherall Roofing and Insulation in Pierce say, just foam it. Saving money on your energy bills is what it's all about with Weatherall Roofing and Insulation. Let Weatherall Roofing and Insulation help you save money with their custom spray foam or blow-in fiberglass insulation. Call 224-7982 for a free estimate. And remember, just foam it.
Hi, this is Katrina from Oahe Federal Credit Union. Ever wonder what the difference is between dividends and lower interest rates? If you're an employee of the state of South Dakota, stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and discover the benefits today.
Oahe Federal Credit Union.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Hi, this is Jaden Floor, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com.
Welcome back to the pregame show here on Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com. It's time for the Weatherall Coaches interview as we're joined with Coach Steve Steele, the Oahe Capitals coach. You started down 3-0 yesterday, ended up winning 7-3, scored 7 straight goals, kind of hopefully leading into today with maybe a little bit better start. Is there, what are you going to say in the locker room for the guys? Is there anything you're going to say about having a better start tonight?
I just think we had to come out with a lot more emotion. Yesterday I think we just came out kind of blah for whatever reason. We just got to find a way to manufacture that energy to have a much better start tonight. And, I was very pleased with how we finished the game and really how we played for 2.5 periods. We just got to cut out that first half of the period and play another full game.
The Sioux Center team comes in tonight. They're 9-5 on the season. They've got a lot of seniors on their team. A lot of guys that have played a lot, but they're dealing with some injuries. You guys are dealing with injuries. So this JV game that takes place before the varsity game, that tends to hurt some of their players and maybe some of your guys just because they're going to be some pretty tired guys on the ice for them.
Yeah, the stamina, everyone's kind of only got so much, just like video game, where you that bar starts to creep down orange, yellow, and red, but it's not just us, that's the fortunate thing about weekends like this where we're playing a team that's similar to us in the size of their roster, of their JV varsity roster, where, they're have depth issues just like we do when you have a couple injuries. They're not a Sioux Falls type team where they've got 50 kids that they can throw out there. So it's fun to watch because, you're seeing these guys go out and play JV game, and then you're going to see some of those same guys play, with some different people in a little higher tempo in the varsity game. So it's fun, but, I think that's also one of the nice things about playing a team that's similar to us.
Kieran Duffy's going to start for you here tonight. Carter, he gave up those 3 goals, and really all of them were just bad breaks for him. But, Kieran and Carter have both been playing very, very well, and now Kieran's got a chance to have his one game this weekend because we'll have a couple games coming up in a couple weeks.
Yeah, and, that's been the fun thing to watch both these goalies, is just continue to have them come in prepared. Again, Kieran's only had the one team to prepare for this week in Sioux Center, so he's been working on them and kind of knowing and understanding what they're going to throw at him today. And just like he always does, I'd expect him to come in and play with a lot of energy. And he's an aggressive goalie. He's going to get out there. He's going to play the puck and hopefully help us start a few rushes today.
One of the big things is different about Sioux Center is Kenyon Brown is not on the team. But other than that, because he's gone and because he had about 40 goals last year, what have you seen different from the Sioux Center team than from last year?
I think that the neat thing about, I guess first off, the neat thing is that he's not on their team this year. But, the neat thing about seeing the difference from last year to this year is you're seeing other guys emerge. And that's a really cool thing. And, I think that says a lot about their coaching staff that, they put these kids in leadership positions to really see them emerge, and one of their guys, 25, I couldn't help you the name, but he's a guy that last year was a third-line player for him. Didn't do a whole lot other than he was a grinder, and he's really emerged as a heck of a hockey player this year. And so some of those types of things where it's just really neat to see those guys really step up because last year you were kind of not overly worried about them, and now all of a sudden they're dangerous.
You're in the middle of this weekend series of 3 games. Game 2 here tonight. Elliott Life went down at one point, took a hard fall, but he obviously finished the game because he had a hat trick. But how's he doing? How's everybody else doing after the first game this weekend?
Everybody's fine. I mean, we're all in our normal bumps and bruises. Tomorrow will be the day where, we'll probably be you'll see the fatigue set in a little bit more, especially for our JV guys that'll be on their 5th and 6th game of the weekend. So, but he's doing good. I think most of our guys are doing pretty good.
What's going to be the top thing for you guys to get the first win here of this 2-game set with Sioux Center?
Today we've got to come out, have a much better start. I'd like to see us win the first period today and really get out in front of them. I think this is a team where if we can get up in the lead, they're going to try and turn it into a shootout, and ultimately I think a shootout with us and them favors us.
Coach, I appreciate the time. Good luck here today.
Thank you.
Back more of the pregame show next on Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com.
The frigid air of winter and the heat of summer can really pocketbook. The gang at Weatherall Roofing and Insulation in Pierce say just saving money on your energy bills is what it's all about with Weatherall Roofing. Let Weatherall Insulation help you save money with their custom spray foam or blow-in fiberglass insulation. Call 224-7 for a free estimate. And remember, just foam it.
Hello, hockey fans. First National Bank in Pierre is excited to sponsor today's game, and we want to wish the best of luck to all the players competing this season. At First National Bank, we are always on your team and ready with the assist to reach your financial goals. Plus, we have mad checking skills, and we're not afraid to use them. Stop by our Pierre branch or visit us online at firstnationalbanks.com to learn more. First National Bank in Pierre, member FDIC, and equal housing.
Call for your commercial and residential needs. Big and small, new construction, remodel, pole barns, steel roofing, siding, windows, and decking. We build to your specific needs, and we will give you a free quote. Are you in need of a new barn, garage, or tool shed? How about that workshop you've been dreaming of? DNA Construction can make it happen. Give us a call at 222-6234. DNA Construction. That's 222-6234.
Eat, but where to go? That's the question. The answer? Grey Goose Store and Social Club. They're open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. till 11 p.m. for breakfast, lunch, and choose from their complete menu, offering something for everyone, along with a children's menu that will make any kid happy. At Grey Goose Store and Social Club, you'll find mouth-watering food. And it's always served with a smile and great service. All at Grey Goose Store and Social Club. One of those little out-of-the-way places.
Hi, this is Rafe Briggs, captain of the Capitals, and you're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, CapitalCityRock.com.
As we welcome you back here to the Expo Center, continue the First National Bank pregame show. The Hawaii Capitals taking on the Sioux Center Storm here this evening as it's the first of two meetings here tonight for this weekend between these two teams. And we talked about before our first break about the special teams. The Sioux Center was the top team. They were the bar of the power play from last year. And, of course, Caden Brown was a huge reason for it. And you just had so many guys that could score. And, of course, Taylor DeJager, another guy that was huge on the power play that is not now on, he's not with the team, or I guess not here tonight because he has a broken leg. He's out for the rest of the season. So two big guys lost off the power play. Two huge guys for that for Sioux Center that they lost on the power play. For the Sioux Center Storm, though, they sit with the power play at 16.9%. That is almost 20 points lower, 20 percentage points lower than they were last year. They're near 36, almost 40% of the season. It's at 16.9%. The Caps nearing that 30% mark as they sit in 5th place. Sioux Center is in 8th place in the power play. You turn to the PK percentage, and the Sioux Center Storm still at 8th place at 69.8%. So the Caps look to maybe take advantage of that because they're the second best team on the penalty kill. They have only given up 4 goals on the penalty kill on 43 chances, 90.7% on the PK for the Hawaii Capitals, which is still only second best in the league because Brookings, but by the way, they've given up 1 goal on 29 chances, so they're at 96.6%. They're near perfect on the penalty kill, but the Caps are just about as near perfect on the penalty kill at 90.7%. So the special teams for Sioux Center could become a huge play here tonight because of the 69.8% penalty kill percentage. So that's one for if the Caps can get that power play rolling. And they scored one last night, and they made it look routine. almost a clinic when they got on the power play, an easy goal. They ended up being scored on the power play, which fueled that comeback. They ended up going down 3-2, and then so at that point went down 3-2 and scored 7 straight goals, went 7-3 over Aberdeen last night, as Elliott Life had a hat trick in that win. We are closing in on puck drop, and we have one more break to get to you here before we get to puck drop. So we will take that for you right now. Back with the opening face-off here between the Hawaii Capitals and the Sioux Center Storm after this. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com.
Hello, hockey fans. First National Bank in Pierre is excited to sponsor today's game, and we want to wish the best of luck to all the players competing this season. At First National Bank, we are always on your team and ready with the assist to reach your financial goals. Plus, we have mad checking skills, and we're not afraid to use them. Stop by our Pierre branch or visit us online at firstnationalbanks.com to learn more. National Bank in Pierre, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Tired of walking out in the morning, layer of frost, and having to scrape your car? Don't want to freeze sitting waiting for the car to warm up? Well, what are you waiting for? Call Jason and the crew at Sunmasters in Pierre, and they can install your remote start today so you can stay warm this winter and defrosted from the comfort inside your home. Call 224-6102 or stop in today at Avenue, Sunmasters, Pierre.
Has it been years since a dentist? Are you afraid to see a dentist? If so, you are among many people who feel this way. Hi, I am Dr. Michelle Hofer of Missouri River. At our office, we pride ourselves as an office that uses offer gentle dentistry tailored to fit each patient's needs. We do so by state-of-the-art equipment and allow the patients to feel comfortable. So whether it has been many years or 6 months since your last dental visit, your oral health is important. We invite you to call us at Missouri River Dentistry, 223-2021, 223-2.
North Star Financial Services here is a full-service financial planning office dedicated to guiding you to financial fitness. Your wealth plan should be based on your life and goals, not some impersonal benchmark. Jackie Putz here will take the time to assess your needs, hear your concerns, and offer your money can do for you, and reevaluate financial fitness. Jackie Putz here at 494-3131 or Financial Services in Pierre at 200 West Dakota. Securities and investment advisory services are Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA, SIPC.
Bros Engineering. Our engineered solutions are founded by 3 priorities: time and cost. We understand how important to our clients, and we believe that customer satisfaction is our highest priority. Since 1982, Bros Engineering has been providing civil engineering, surveying, and architectural solutions for government entities, boards, oil and energy clients, and private developers. With nearly 100 team members spread across offices, our strength is in our people. Bros Engineering. We provide solutions.
Hi, this is Chris Schultz, and you listen to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com.
As we welcome back here at the Expo Center, the are being announced. Creed Warren, Kyle Schubert, Matthew King, Lucas Vander Merkel, and Grady Duden, along with Lane Kamerman, I believe, is the starting lineup. Blake Cannigator is one of your Missouri River Dentistry starting goalies, as well as for the Hawaii Capitals, Kieran Duffy will be your other Missouri River Dentistry starting goalies, as we have the starting lineups as seniors out on the ice for the Caps of the forward line. Those top 3 of Elliott Life, Andy Gordon, and Rafe Briggs. They combined for 5 of the 7 goals on the evening. And were a big reason why the Caps feel that comeback. They're a big reason why this Cap team's 12-0-0-1. The leadership this team that these 3 have had is unbelievable. How well they stay calm, how well they are great leaders on this team. Dre Burns and Jaden Floor on the nets. Kieran Duffy. Kieran Duffy is your other Missouri River Dentistry starting goalie. As we have the play of the national anthem here in just a little bit, but we have our junior captains. We'll go through the Missouri River Dentistry starting goalies. Kieran Duffy is the goalie for the Capitals. 6 wins, 2.17 goals against average, a .924 save percentage. For the Sioux Center Storm, Blake Cannigator, 6 wins, 3.8 goals against average, and .870 save percentage. Evan Myers is the other goalie. They had 4 goalies last year. but this year they've fallen back to just 2 goalies as they have just Blake Canagator and Evan Myers. We'll keep it here, and we'll join in the PA for the national anthem. National anthem has been played. We are set for hockey here this evening as the Hawaii Capitals take on the Sioux Center Storm here in one of 2 games that these 2 teams will meet here this weekend. The 2 times they'll meet here this year. The Caps and the Sioux Center Storm, they're one of the few teams that actually played each other 3 times in terms of the fact that there's only one other game besides the Sioux Center Storm and the Hawaii Capitals play. Last year, the state tournament, the Caps won 6-3 over the Storm, which that was the first game of the day, and the last game of the day was Watertown and Brookings. So the only 2 that got played in the state tournament last year. So Sioux Center remembers that. Everybody remembers it because that's all we had from the state tournament last year. The Caps are looking to keep that moving forward. Last year, when these 2 teams met here at the Expo Center for a Saturday and Sunday game, the Sioux Center Storm won the first game on Saturday. Caps came back to win a big one on Sunday as the Caps are in the middle of a 3-game weekend again when they play the Sioux Center Storm team. 17 minutes are on the clock. Sioux Center Storm going from right to left on your radio dial. The Caps going from left to right. Elliott Life will take the face-off. And the Leisure Palace puck drop is won by number 20, Matthew King, and we are underway here this evening as we'll come into the Sioux Center, or the Caps end, and go right back out to the blue line. Van Berkel, Lucas Van Berkel here for the Sioux Center Storm. It'll come around here on the near side. Rafe Breaks holds the zone. That shot was going wide, but was blocked by Kyle Schubert. There's another chance that gets blocked down from Andy Gordon. And here comes now Grady Duden. Duden to the Caps blue line. He comes in onside. He'll push it. And Matthew King looking to get over to it, but it'll be played up by Jaden Floor. And here comes Floor as he'll lose the puck, but it goes right to Dre Burton. That was tipped by Briggs, but it was on the wrong side of the red line, and it'll go down for an icing. We get our first whistle. 16-19 left to go here in the first period. No shots between either side, but we are scoreless. It'll be an offensive zone face-off here for the Sioux Center Storm. Mike Cameron jumps out on the ice for the first time. Aiden DeJager is on the ice as a Leisure Palace puck drop is won by the Storm. At the blue line, held in by Waring. Looking for a shot of pass, looking for a DeJager, but it came from number 9, Landon DeYoung. That's DeJager wasn't ready for. You got DeYoung and DeJager on the line. And DeJager from DeYoung will come back behind the nets, and it'll be played from Devin Dodson. Jaden Floor's pass, that's intercepted. Thrown back in by Kamerman. That pass up, tipped by Grease, and here comes Ashton Grease. He'll carry in the zone, leaves it back. There's a shot that goes wide, or goes off the blocker of Canagator from Dodson. As it'll be here on the near side, thrown forward. That one's off the stick, saves off on the glass. Lane Kamerman, he comes in offside, or one of the Sioux Center Storm were offside before it was played. So we get a whistle. With 15:25 left to go here in the first period. No score, just one shot, and that belongs to the Hawaii Capitals. And the Leisure Palace puck drop will be just outside of the Capitals' end. Caps win the Leisure Palace puck drop, jumps into the zone, and it'll be at the blue line, hits something, and Elliott Life was able to get the stick on to hold the zone. Andy Gordon from his backhand to his forehand, a shot and a save made by Canagator, comes loose, and Chris Schultz with a shot right on to Canagator, and he makes the save, and we get a whistle with 15:08 left to go. Here in the first period. Glad you could join us here on this Saturday evening. You're listening to KCCR FM Blunt. Got to start just a little bit before 7 o'clock. We have an offensive zone puck drop here for the Capitals. It was won, though, by the Storm. And then thrown in from Isaac Polak from the neutral zone. Played back Kyle Schupert. He'll throw it back behind the net over for Lucas Van Berkel. Quick exit from the Storm, but it off of a stick, so it's played by Chris Schultz. And then Rafe Briggs will bring it right back in. Briggs with a toe drag. That shot looking to go far side, and it will go wide and high. We'll see if it touches anything or if it will come out of the zone or not. And it looks like it may stay in the zone. And I think Canagator might have got a piece of it as well. So a shot for Rafe Briggs. 14:46 left to go here in the first period. On the near side, Leisure Palace puck drop is won. Dre Burton fell down to a knee. Elliott Life throws down the Sioux Center Storm player onto Burt. It'll be back Gordon. Floor holds it in the zone, popped it high up in the air off the boards. Rafe Briggs tried to kick it, but it's played now by Grady Duden. And Duden, he's in the zone. Jaden Floor as Duden gets run into, and we got our first penalty coming up. Interference is going to be the call. And the Caps are going to go to the penalty box. I believe it's Elliott Life that's going to go. Elliott Life is going for an interference. He had the lone penalty of the game yesterday for the Caps. With 14:22 left to go here in the first period, it is a Hermanson Endodontics penalty kill for the Caps. And again, this is the second best penalty kill unit. We've had not a whole lot of Hermanson Endodontics penalty kill, but they've killed it all off. As it'll be behind Dayton Visser. Behind the cage, Visser looking to go far side, comes back, Aiden DeJager has it. It'll be played across. Cameron walks in, his shot, that one got blocked down. The Caps now have a breakaway. Rafe Briggs shorthanded in on Canagator. Briggs will make a move to his backhand. He scores! Rafe Briggs. And all the time, wide open breakaway from the blue line of the Caps head all the way down, went to his backhand and beat Canagator. And the Caps strike first with 13:54 to go here in the first period on a shorthanded goal. I believe it might have been touched by Andy Gordon up the ice. We'll see what the official scoring is, but it looks like maybe Gordon will get an assist as Isaac Bart brings it back in. Bart plays on the JV team. They don't have a whole lot of depth in terms of for the Sioux Center Storm. The Caps have a lot of guys that play both ways as well. But Isaac Bart, the second lead scorer, he's got the most goals on the team. Andy Gordon will get the assist on the breakaway. Gordon hadn't even got off the ice as well after he made the pass. It'll be Creed Waring. His pass. He'll come across. Duden will wind up with a shot. And that one whistles over the top of the net. Maybe Duffy got a piece of it. With 13:19 left to go and a DNA puck out of play. Briggs got his 20th goal of the season. Andy Gordon's got 17 assists now on the year. And a 1-0 lead for the Caps. They strike first, much different than what we saw last night when they were down 3-0 before the Caps got their first goal. Ashton Grease looking to attack shorthanded again. Grease couldn't get the pass over to Briggs, as every time they tried to switch sides, Briggs wasn't looking at Grease, and now here comes Briggs back in. Briggs looking maybe for a second shorthanded goal. 40 seconds left to go in the power play for Sioux Center. They got just one shot so far. It was a save from Kieran Duffy on Grady Duden's chance. And Duden has the puck as he carries it in. He's upended, and it's cleared by the Caps. Back down the ice, and Kamerman will have to race after it. Before it got to Canagator, Kamerman picked up the puck. The captain of the Storm. Pass goes across underneath the skates of Duden. And then there's a shot that is fanned on. A second chance goes right in the breadbasket of Duffy. And he'll cover for the whistle. That came from Lucas Van Berkel. 12:37 left to go here in the first period. 5-2 in shots for the Caps. 1-0 lead with 16 seconds left to go here in the main advantage. An offensive zone face-off for the Storm. Leisure Palace puck drop is won by the Storm. Kamerman will tee it up. His pass across, it goes right back to Cameron. He'll wind up with a shot. That one, Duffy I don't think saw, but a whistle just wide of the near side goalpost. Cameron had a really good look at it. Down to 3 to go in the power play. The Caps will get the puck again, and Grease will clear the zone just barely But out of the penalty box is Elliott Life. Devin Dodson steps onto the ice, and Dre Burton has it in his own end as the Caps kill off the first penalty of the game against them. Keenan Howard in the neutral zone, the face-off circle. He will flip it into the zone and then throw it off the boards and right back out. And a race after it. Kamerman trying to race after Burnt, and Dre Burnt will win the race 9 times out of 10 with almost everybody in the States. As Kieran Duffy tees it up behind his own net. Jaden Floor trying to go up for Ashton Grease. Goes off the stick of Aiden DeJager. About those DeJager boys, they're huge guys. Taylor DeJager and Aiden DeJager are both big boys. As Grease, the Storm players, and Kamerman and DeJager, they could have sandwiched him, but they went around him, and the Caps were able to get the puck out. You don't want to get a penalty against with the border hit check from behind, but they didn't even put any pressure on Grease. There's a pass, went off a stick that fell on the hands of one of the Storm players. Keenan Howard, as he'll give for Ashton Grease, and Grease will race up. His shot didn't get much on it. Kenny Gator is able to stick it over the side. And is at the blue line, held in by Grease. He tries to avoid a check, but Grease is down as it's going to be a knee-on-knee collision. And Ashton Grease, he gets up, trying to skate off under his own power. They get the penalty called. But more importantly, hopefully Ashton Grease can get back out on the ice. So to be the first Grey Goose Store Social Club power play, as Dayton Visser is going to go in the penalty box with 10:58 to go. Caps got a power play goal and 1 for 3 last night on the man advantage. As they try to get the time up on the clock before we get back to play here. 10:58 left to go here in the first period. And there we go. We got the time up, so Leisure Pals puck drop will be won on the near side by the Caps. Around behind the net, Andy Gordon will play it. Briggs is cutting to the net. The pass to Briggs goes just past him, and then the Storm are able to clear it as Kieran Duffy tees it up and will give for Jaden Floor. Floor makes one move around the defenseman or around the penalty killer. And it's going to be back in the zone. That was Vandenberg. And the Storm try to clear it. Blocked down a couple times by Briggs. And Briggs looking to get it over. Elliott Life will take the puck. Life, he gets checked into the boards behind the net. He goes down. The Caps still have it. Gordon with a shot. Rebound chance for Briggs. And getting over and making the save was Kanigator. From post to post, Kanigator got over to make the save. And Dre Burt now from his own end will have to play it back up as the Storm are able to clear the zone. Elliott Live with a shot. The save made. The rebound is loose, and it'll be clear to the side. Kanigator tried to cover it up, but he could not cover it cleanly right away, and the Caps were able to then poke the puck free, but no second chance for the Caps. 50 to go in the power play. In the neutral zone, it's turned over, and the Storm are trying to attack shorthanded. Dre Burt, he has it in his own end. And a good stick from Aiden DeJager. Jaden Floor up for Life, turned over. DeJager, the only man that's killing penalties, that's the only man that's in the offensive zone. And now here comes Keenan Howard. Howard takes it behind the net. 20 to go on the man advantage. Thrown around the boards. Isaac Pollock holds the zone at the blue line. Good pass for Keenan Howard. There's a penalty coming up again. That puck will go in the net. Not a DNA puck out of play. And a rough is going to be called on Lane Kamerman, who finished his check on Isaac Pollock, threw him to the ice. And now Kamerman is now with 5-on-3 here for 11 seconds for the Hawaii Capitals. See if the Caps can make quick work of it. Second line of offense out, and great to see Ashton Grease. He'll win the Leisure Pals puck drop, and here's Chris Schultz now. See if they can get a quick goal here with 6 to go in the 5-on-3. It'll be now down for Keenan Howard. And first man comes out of the penalty box. Now to come across. There's a wind-up and a one-timer and a save made by Kanigator off of Isaac Pollock. Pollock still has it. Trying to go to work on Gray Duden. Ashton Grease, the far side corner, trying to get a pass across to the slot, gets blocked down, and then cleared away by Sioux Center. And we'll go all the way down, and Chris Schultz in the corner has to play it on the far side. Up for Ashton Grease as he'll take it from Schultz. And now Grease up the middle of the ice. 1:15 to go here in the 5-on-4. That pass just behind Devin Dotson, and it'll come out to the neutral zone. And now Chris Schultz will go over for Isaac Polak. Ashton Grease at the blue line, and it was played by the Storm. Right back out. Chris Schultz has it. His pass over for Keenan Howard. Howard leaves it back at the blue line for Isaac Polak. It'll come back around into the corner. Up back to the boards. Polak holds his own. Here's Gordon to the face-off dot, trying to get around a forehand shot. That one goes wide of Canagator. Chris Schultz keeps the puck in the zone. There's a pass to the slot that gets blocked down. And Gordon has it again. Gordon, life pass, a one-timer, and a save made by Canagator again on Isaac Polak. 35 to go here in the man advantage. 7:43 left to go in the first period. And right now the Sioux Center Storm's best player is Blake Canagator. He's made 11 stops, and he's made some terrific stops in those 11 shots, 11 saves that he has. Caps have their first line back out, their top power play unit. And it'll come around. Ashton Grease usually is on that power play line, but he was the one that got hit when the power play started for the Caps. So it gave him a chance to have a break. Kieran Duffy, his pass up, and that gets intercepted. It'll be played at the blue line. Storm will look to continue to waste more time on the penalty kill as that gets hit all the way back down. 10 to go on the power play, and the Caps look like they might go 0 for 2. They have to work quick if they want to get a power play goal. Up, and it'll be now back down again by the Storm. Elliott Life, he'll avoid a check. Life will carry it in the zone. Life trying to go through 4 different players. His shot goes wide. Back for Floor at the blue line. Pass for Briggs. Briggs from the face-off dot trying to go back up to the blue line. It goes off of Briggs as he holds the zone as he was laying on the ice. Andy Gordon comes around. His shot and is blocked by a stick. Nice pass over from Gordon for Floor. His pass trying to get to the slot gets blocked down. Briggs blocks another clear attempt. And now Briggs will turn a circle, gives it for Gordon, trying to leave it for Briggs. Man blew a tire for Sioux Center. Floor holds the zone at the blue line. He gets a shot on net. And another save by Canagator. He will cover for the whistle with 6:30 left to go here in the first period. Wow. The Caps have had sustained pressure. Briggs went down, got to the ice, and he ended up getting a puck off of maybe his hand on the glove. And but it held the zone. The Caps had that full time. As soon as they entered that zone, they had about 30 seconds, 45 seconds of puck possession and had a couple of good looks in there as well. Third line is out for the Caps. There's a shot, and that one will go wide. That was from Matthew King. John Lyons will play it back over for Floor on the far side corner. On the back end, off the glass, but not out of the zone. It was gloved down. John Lyons got off of a stick. It's in the slot, and Gray Duden couldn't get a piece of it. Creed Waring with a shot and a blocker save made by Duffy. Might have been going wide, but he was able to block it into the corner. There's going to be Pat. He had to get off the Pats. 5:50 to go here in the first period. That one will go into the Capitals bench. A DNA puck on a play. And we get a whistle with 5:51 to go here in the first. It is a 1-0 lead here for the Hawaii Caps. On the goal from Rafe Briggs, shorthanded. Lane Kamerman against Ashton Grease. The puck dropped to the right of Kieran Duffy, and it's won by the Caps. And off the top of the glass, stays in play. Devin Dotson at the blue line. Couldn't hold the zone. Keenan Howard dumped it back in. And now the Storm back in the neutral zone. Lane Kamerman almost hooked Isaac Polak. Now here's Grease. Ashton Grease walks it in. His shot off the pads of Canagator. It was a juicy rebound, but nobody had really entered the zone yet for the Caps. That pass will come across. And a good stick there from Keenan Howard as Ashton Grease walks it back in. He avoids a check, and he and Lucas Van Berkel just bump into each other. Comes back out. Chris Schultz now will skate it back to his own blue line. Throws it over for Grease, and he'll throw it into the zone. Van Berkel on his back end. Off the glass. Glove down by DeJager, still in the Sioux Center end. And then thrown across, and now the zone. But it'll be played back in the neutral zone for Dotson. Isaac Polak up. And it's going to be taken by Grease, 2-on-1 in the zone. Ashton Grease over for Howard. Howard on his backhand, back for Grease, a one-timer, and Kanagater made the save again. Blake Kanagater, 14 saves here in the first period. He has been the best Sioux Center Storm player so far with 4:43 left to go here in the first period. Well, Sioux Center last week, when they played Brookings, lost 11-0. They just couldn't get anything going against Brookings, couldn't keep the puck out the back of their own net, and right now Kanagater is having one of those nights where I think he's feeling it right now. The Caps are going to find ways to make him not feel it anymore, because he is, ever since that first goal went in and was a breakaway from Briggs, he's been spotless and has had some tremendous saves in there as well. This comes free for Briggs. He's looking to go high glove side, and that goes off the crossbar and goal post, and it goes in the netting for a DNA puck out of play. 16-4 in shots in favor of the Caps. 4:21 left to go here in the first period. And a 1-0 lead for the Hawaii Capitals. Here's Elliott Life on the Leisure Palace puck drop, but it's won by the Storm. On a backhand, trying to get out of the zone. Held in by Rafe Briggs. Trying to play it back for Briggs. It was then for Isaac Pollock. And now Andy Gordon will throw a man into the boards. But it's going to be played back. And in the Sioux Center, it's going to be the Capitals that Dayton Visser had it. He still has it. His pass up off the boards for Schubert, right back down to Visser in the near side corner. He'll play it behind the cage. And then Chris Schultz up. Briggs lost it off of his stick. Comes free of the slot. Isaac Pollock is there. His clearing attempt got blocked down, and Visser had a chance, but it came right to Kieran Duffy, and he covers for the whistle. With 3:44 left to go here in the first period. 16-5 in shots in favor of the Hawaii Capitals. 1-0 lead for the Caps. As it'll be up the boards from Dre Burney. Passes off himself up the boards. Made a spin move around. Burn with a backhand goes high over the top of the net. It'll be out to the blue line. Drayton Floor couldn't hold the zone. And now flying in under the Storm. But a good stick there from John Lyons. John Lyons jumped up to the third line. He had been playing defense with Corin Beestrom as he pushed it into the corner. And then he knocked down one of the Sioux Center Storm players. He gave him a little whack after he was skating away from him. There's a chance from Aiden Anderson that will be blocked down. Didn't get all of it as he was falling to the ice. 3:05 to go here in the first period. That pass intercepted by Bird. His shot off the glove of Kanagater. It'll be in the near side boards on the half boards, up the boards from Duden and out of the zone. Duden gets knocked over. Jaden Floor will carry it right back in. Floor will go wide on the backhand, turn to the forehand, a shot and a save made by Kanagater again. That one will come through the blue paint and through the slot and back out of the zone as Floor got his own rebound off the miss. Ryan Wadeen was going off for a change. Dre Burnt threw it off the boards, maybe looking for Wadeen. Either way, he comes off for a change. Grady Duden gets run into by Jaden Floor. Took a shoulder, and Jaden Floor will be called for an interference. Yeah, interference is going to be the call. Ooh, Floor just hit the guy with the puck, but Floor is in the box. Interference is the call with 2:29 to go here in the first period. And the second Hermanson and O'Donnell's penalty kill. And Dayton Visser, I think he was coming off the ice. He's a little upset with the referee. Didn't allow him to get a change in. So it'll be at the center ice red line. Lane Kamerman, he'll walk it in the zone. It'll be played back to the blue line and out by Elliott Life. And around Kanagater, it'll be for number 23, Lucas Van Berkel. Into Jagger. Carries it in. The Storm have it. Looking to attack on the power play. Isaac Pollock lost his stick as it'll come free and played back out. Kamer with a shot. That one got sticked away by Chris Schultz by the net. Pollock still hasn't been able to pick up his stick. He tried to kick it along. And there's another shot that a save made. Comes back over for Pollock on that side again. He still can't get to his stick. And maybe his stick is broken. That's why he can't pick it up right now. So Kamerman has it. It turns it almost to a 5-on-3 with Pollock without a stick. He played back. Kamerman winds up with a shot save, made a rebound. Another chance, another save. Pollock might have got a piece of it, and it'll be covered up with no goal. And a couple of extra pushes, and now things are getting a little bit too rowdy around the nets. And that might cause a couple extra penalties, but Kieran Duffy made the save. Isaac Pollock might have made a save. And we'll see what the referees will have. If there will be any penalties given. You would think there probably will be, and we'll see now what the referee has to say. So they're going to take one on each side. A rough. So we'll have Lucas Van Berkel in the box for a rough. And also, looks like Isaac Pollock may be going in there as well. So two guys will go for roughs. Boy, that's going to be one to see what happened if Isaac Pollock actually got a save in there, because he had no stick, so he kind of turned into tried to be a roadblock. And the Caps were able to come away. Kieran Duffy ended up losing his helmet as well. There was a big commotion after the play was over. A lot of pushing. Looks like everybody's cooler heads prevail. And just to keep things from happening, escalating again, they decided we're going to put two guys, one from each team in the box, and say, all right, we can't do that anymore. We got to be a little bit cleaner going into after that skirmish. Grady Doonan has it. So it's still 5-on-4 because the power play. There's a chance, a shot and a goal scored by the Storm, and they tied up. Duffy, I think, might have lost an edge. And Sioux Center has tied it up from Blake Vandevet. As he gets the power play goal, it's going to be his third goal of the season. And that comes with 1:08 to go here in the first period. So we are tied. Main event from the near side from the faceoff dot. I think Duffy lost an edge because he was out of position and it seemed like he was not in the spot where a goalie usually is without something else happening. But it's now 1-1 with 1:08 to go as Elliott Life was tossed out. So Ashton Grease is paired up now with Andy Gordon and Elliott Life. This one a delayed offside, and then back in the tagging back up as Jaden Floor up for Elliott Life. Ashton Grease. There's one comes through. Kanagater makes one save, and it'll be frozen for a whistle. So Duden and Visser get the assist. 42 left to go here in the period. It is 1-1. 20-8 though in shots in favor of the Caps. They just couldn't quite finish off that penalty kill. So the Storm are now 1 for 2, and that's a rare power play goal against from the Capitals. Elliott Life, he's in. Here's Ashton Grease. He'll throw behind the boards, or behind the net, off the boards and up to the blue line. It was held in by Andy Gordon, and now Grease has it again. Grease will leave it for Gordon. Off the skate to his stick, and a quick shot from Gordon goes wide, comes back to the slot, and now Jaden Floor with 13 to go in the period. Floor makes a move around. Their shot goes wide. And it'll be held in the zone, still with 7 to go. Now here's Grady Duden. He'll come back for Byrne. He'll throw it back in. Glove down, 2 seconds and 1, and that will end the first period. And we are tied 1-1 here after 1. The Caps scored the first goal of the game from with Rafe Briggs shorthanded, and then it was a power play goal from Vandevet. And that is where we sit here after the first period with a 1-1 tie. But the Caps outshoot the Sioux Center Storm 20-8 in that first period. And Blake Kanagater, he's got to get a lot of pats on his back there, because that is a huge first period for Blake Kanagater. Actually 21 shots for the Hawaii Caps in that first period. So 20 saves for Kanagater in the first period alone. as it is a 1-1 hockey game here after 17 minutes. See if we can get a word here with Coach Steele before we get to the first intermission. The Grays Plumbing first intermission, the Home Care Services first intermission stats as the Caps again tied with the Sioux Center Storm at 1-1 here after 17 minutes. As we will get a quick word here with Coach Steele, or maybe Coach John Katilnik, as he joins us here after the first period. Try and get the headset corrected here. So, all right, Coach, you're 1-1 here after the first period. Talk about, Blake Kanigator for Sioux Center. He's been their best player. You guys had a lot of really good chances, and it can be frustrating as a team not getting the goals, but he's had a good start to this game.
Yeah, their goalie's playing well, and we saw a little taste of that in JV, too. The JV guys had lots of scoring opportunities and kind of frustrated by it, too. But, no, our varsity guys were confident. They'll keep coming after it and not get down too much, and I'm sure they'll put a couple more in. Yeah,
the top line, Rafe Briggs gets the goal shorthanded. You guys give up a rare power play goal, but that first power play chance for Sioux Center, you get the shorthanded goal, and that's the work of those top lines. Andy Gordon, quick little pass for Rafe Briggs, and he was off to the races.
Yeah, Rafe seems to have that magic touch to just be able to get in the space and just go. I mean, he's just miraculous on breakaways, and he knows how to finish them.
Kieran Duffy, he's only seen 8 shots so far, but he's made a couple of big saves. And Isaac Pollock, he lost his stick. I guess it broke, and that's why he didn't pick it up. But I'm assuming he probably made a little bit of that save before it was 1-1 to keep it 1-0.
Yeah, there was a big pile up in there, and Isaac, being a big body that he is, was down on the ice, sacrificing the body, and all our guys do that, and that's just great to see. Laying down in front of shots and blocking shots and helping their goalie out.
Now, is this going in the second period? Is there anything that you guys change, or is it say just keep working at it? It's just a hockey game. That's how the breaks fall sometime. That's 1-1.
Yeah, no, that was just what Steve and I were talking about. Coach Steele and I. You just got to keep. We don't got to change a bunch on our game plan. It's just a matter about getting a bounce or two going our way and then puck them back in the net, and we're sure that's going to happen. Just keep our pace up.
You look pretty good on camera right now, by the way. Hey, thanks for the time, Coach. I appreciate it. Good luck in the second period, the rest of the game.
Thanks.
Coach John Katilnik of the Hawaii Capitals, as it is 1-1 after 1. And we will step aside and we'll come back with our first intermission as the Grays Plumbing first intermission. The Hawaii Capitals and Sioux Center Storm tied 1-1 after 1. Listen to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com.
Are you looking for a reliable plumber? Because let's face it, we all have to do it every now and then. Why? Experts handle it for you. Call Graves Plumbing and Pier for all your plumbing needs. Visit them on Facebook to check out the work they've done. Graves Plumbing of Pier. Call Matt today, 222-8400. That's 222-8400. Graves Plumbing, taking pride in every job for the size.
Home Care Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independently at home. Home Care Services of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers 30-plus years in-home support services to our local community. For more information about Home Care Services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, professional care, Home Care Services, 224-2273, or online at homecareservicessd.com.
We all enjoy going out to eat, but where to go? That's the question. The answer? Grey Goose Store and Social Club. They're open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. till 11 p.m. for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Choose from their complete menu, offering something for everyone, along with a children's menu that will make any kid happy. At Grey Goose Store and Social Club, you'll find mouth-watering food, and it's always served with a smile and great service. All at Grey Goose Store and Social Club, one of those little out-of-the-way places.
Hi, this is Katrina from Oahe Federal Credit Union. Ever wonder what the difference is between a credit union and a bank? Credit union owned and non-for-profit. So instead of paying shareholders like banks, credit unions return profit to members with higher dividends and lower interest rates. If you're an employee of the state of South Dakota, stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and
Hawaii Federal Credit Union.
This is Andy Gordon, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com.
Andy Gordon got an assist on Rafe Briggs' shorthanded goal on the breakaway to make it 1-0, but it was a late first period power play goal for the Sioux Center Storm that tied it up 1-1, and that is where we sit after the first period as the Caps and Storm tied at one goal apiece. But the shots are not what you would think on a 1-1 game. 21-8 in shots in favor of the Hawaii Capitals, but it is tied 1-1 as Blake Canagater has been the best player for Sioux Center so far, as he's made some terrific stops on 20 saves in the first period. And there was a lot of grade A chances for the Hawaii Capitals in that first period, and Canagater shut the door on the Caps and limited the rebounds as well. And when he didn't limit the rebounds, Sioux Center defensively was able to get back, and that's a little bit different than what the Sioux Center Storm team of past would be. You know, you had Taylor DeJager, a great offensive defenseman. You look at where we're sitting at right now, Lucas Van Berkel, he has not scored, but he's got 9 goals and 9 assists on defensive side. So they're more offensive-minded defensemen, but especially here this year and with the injuries, you don't really change your identity of your team, but the Storm have really put an emphasis, especially in this first period against the Hawaii Capitals, on defense, and they have made things tough for the Caps. They've gotten some good shots, but they made things tough for the Caps to get a rebound goal, anything else like that. And, really the only blemish is on the power play for the Storm. They allowed a shorthanded goal because Rafe Briggs got a breakaway from his own blue line from a quick little pass from Andy Gordon, and gave him that 1-0 lead. Otherwise, the Sioux Center would be up 1-0 here after the first period. But it is 1-1 here after one. And the Caps, again, out shooting 21-8 as we're in the Graves Plumbing first intermission. And you just heard the Home Care Services first intermission stats. The Caps are 0 for 2 on the power play. Then Sioux Center is 1 for 2 on the power play. And that's all we've seen so far in this first period. As the Caps, again, have a 1-1 tie here after the first period, and we will step aside and come back with more of the Graves Plumbing first intermission. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com.
Experienced, trustworthy plumber. Let's face it, we all have the problem every now and then. The expert for you. Call to check out the work they've done. Graves Plumbing today, 222-8000. That's 222-8400. Graves Plumbing, taking pride in every job, no matter the size.
Home Care Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independent at home. Home Care Services, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers 30-plus years of in-home support services to our local community. More information about expert advice, professional care, Home Care Services, 224-2273, or at homecareservicessd.com.
Star Financial Services in Pierre. A you to fitness. Your wealth plan should be life and goals, not some impersonal. Jackie Putzier will take the time. Your concerns and recommendation can do for you and reevaluate your finances. Call Jackie Putzier at 4931 or visit North Star Financial Services in Pierre at 200 West Dakota. Securities and investment advisors are offered through Woodbury Financial Services Incorporated.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson to provide root canal not only comfortable but has a quality emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much health as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics. Here.
The Swartz Agency, operating in the Peterport area since 2006. Home insurance, we cover it. Farm insurance, we cover it. The Swartz Agency is open 5 days a week to assist needs. Remember, quotes are bizarre. The Swartz Agency can save you money on a policy and provide the same or better coverage. The Swartz Agency, get the you deserve. Swartz Agency at 224-0707. That's 224-707.
Hi, this is Kieran Duffy, the Hawaii Capitals goalie. The Hawaii Capitals hockey on CapitalCityRock.com.
Back here at the Expo Center as we continue the Grace Blowing first intermission and the Home Care Services first intermission stats. You heard that in the first commercial break there of the out-of-town scoreboard. We're looking at 4 games here today. 5 games here today. Just about everybody is in action. Everybody but one team is in action here for tonight. But we were the first game to get started. It's 1-1 after the first period. And the other game right now, Rushmore currently beating the Brookings Rangers 2-1 in the first period. That started at 7:30, so it got going, and it got going pretty quick. Rushmore has gotten had the first goal. Hunter Walla and Ryan Hipsag got the 2 goals. They scored shorthanded, did the Rushmore Thunder. That doesn't happen very often either. So Jameson Hodkomp's got the power play goal for the Brookings Rangers as it's 2-1 right now in the first period, as they're probably getting close to the midway points of actually getting close to the end of the first period already. So they might have started a little bit early. So, but it's a 2-1 lead for the Rushmore Thunder. Actually, the other 7:30 start time, Aberdeen Cougars, they're hosting Sioux Falls. Sioux Falls 1, I believe, and then Yankton will host Mitchell also at 7:30, so they should be starting soon. And then Watertown is hosting Sioux Falls 2 here this evening. Actually, I believe maybe it's the other way around here, as they're playing Sioux Falls 1. Sioux Falls 2 is in Aberdeen tonight, as they play at 7:30 or should be getting started here soon. So right now we're gonna keep a close eye on here in that first period, going close to the second period. The Rushmore Thunder leading the Brookings Rangers, because that's huge right now. That's number 1 versus number 3. The Capitals are split between those 2 teams right now, and the Caps could move into first place if the Rangers would lose here tonight. So it would be interesting to see how that game turns out. We'll keep an eye on that going into the second intermission and also in the post-game show as well. But it is a 1-1 tie here between the Caps and the Sioux Center Storm. And, of course, I say they can move to first place. They got to win the hockey game here first. It's a tie hockey game here, 1-1 here in the going into the second period. We will step aside and we will come back with the start of the second period. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com.
Are you looking for a reliable, experienced, trustworthy plumber? Because let's face it, we all have to deal with a plumbing problem every now and then. Why not let the experts handle it for you? Call Graves Plumbing and Pier for all your plumbing needs. Visit them on Facebook to check out the work done. Graves Plumbing of Pier. Call Matt today, 222-8400. That's 222. Graves Plumbing, taking pride in every job, no matter the size.
Home Care Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independently at home. Home Care Services has a team of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers 30-plus years of in-home support services to our local community. For more information about Home Care Services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, Home Care Services. Online at homecareservicessd.com.
Tired of walking out in the morning with a thick layer of frost and don't want to freeze sitting waiting for the car to warm up? Well, what are you waiting? Your remote start today so you can stay warm this winter and keep those windshields defrosted from the comfort inside your home. Call 224 East Sioux Avenue, Sunmasters in Pier.
Been years since you've been to the dentist? Are you afraid to see a dentist? If so, you are among many people who feel this way. Hi, I am Dr. Michelle River Dentistry. At our office, we pride ourselves as an office that uses a personal touch to offer gentle dentistry, tailored to fit each patient's needs. We do so by utilizing state-of-the-art equipment and methods to allow the patients to feel comfortable. So whether it has been many years or 6 months since your last dental visit, your oral health is important. We invite you to call us at Missouri River Dentistry, 223-2021, 223-2021.
Hi, this is Ashton, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on 104.5 Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com.
Back here at the Expo Center, getting set for the start of the second period. The Caps will go from left to right now on your radio dial, and from right to left will be the Sioux Center Storm. And if you're watching on Capital City Rock Sports on YouTube, well, it's the exact same. It's just your screen instead of your radio dial. So we get set for the second period. 1-1 is our score, 21-8 in shots in favor of the Hawaii Caps. Kieran Duffy has made 7 saves of 8. 20 saves for Blake Cannigator in net after the first period. We start 5-a-side. We had 6 penalties in that first period in total, but it resulted in 2 power plays each with a matching minor to round out the 6 penalties. So it'll be the second line here for the Hawaii Caps. Ashton Grease against Matthew King start the second period. It's won by the Hawaii Capitals and the Leisure Palace. Puck drop are underway here in the second period in a 1-1 hockey game. Isaac Polak, his pass tipped by Devin Dodson. Dodson will pick up the puck. He's in the offensive end. Howard fanned on the shot, and then also did Ashton Grease. So Grady Duden lost the puck to Dodson. That shot, and now Ashton Grease looking to go after it. Both guys will fumble to the ground, and it'll be played up and out from Vanderberg. Here's Grady Duden. Duden leaves it for King. Duden pass across. Vanderberg, a shot and a save made by Duffy, and we get a whistle. 38 seconds in here to the second period. And the 9th shot of the game for the Sioux Center Storm. That was a good look there from Vandenberg, but a good save from Duffy. As it will be Ashton Grease this time taking against Vandevet. Vandevet has scored the lone goal so far on the power play, which was his 3rd of the year. Up to the blue line, Keenan Howard, he'll wait. He'll throw it back for Isaac Polak. Polak will go off the boards, up for Ashton Grease. Grease carries it in, stopped and started. Now he'll go off for a change to the top line, will come back out as it'll be played back to the defensive line. Aiden DeJager trying to go up the boards. Goes free and out to the zone from DeJager. So it looks like DeJager may have jumped back to the defensive line here for the Sioux Center Storm. Up for DeJager in his own end. He gets run into by Elliott Life. He gets knocked down. The Caps are offside. They got to get a change as here comes John Lyons out on the ice. Here's Vandevet. Vandevet will go behind the nets. On his backhand, a pass to the front of the net. Trying to get cleared away are the Caps with Chris Schultz, but it will be finally fished into the corner and then around to the near side corner as Andy Gordon avoid a check. Tried to clear the puck, throw it down for an icing. Creed Waring, he didn't throw it towards the net, threw it to the corner. And then Gordon will go up the boards, but not out again. There's a shot, and that's a save made. So there, Rafe Briggs. So Rafe Briggs was the one that, not Isaac Polak, that was in the penalty box. Because John Lyons jumped out on the ice with the top line of LA Life and Andy Gordon. So now Briggs is coming back out of the box. And the face-off Leisure Palace puck drop is won by the Caps. Briggs will tap it along for himself. 2-on-1 here for the Caps. Briggs in. Briggs with a shot and a save made again by Cannigator with the legs of the defenseman. And Cannigator got his pad out and made the save. Back for Briggs. He'll throw it in. He gets run into by DeJager. That puck will come through, and a penalty is coming up. Interference is going to be the call. And the Caps are going to go on their 3rd power play here of the game. As going to the penalty box is going to be DeJager, Aiden DeJager, for an interference with 14:49 to go here in the second period. And the Hawaii Capitals are on their 3rd Grey Goose Store and Social Club power play. 0 for 2 so far. Trey Burt keeps it in the zone. Andy Gordon pass over for Briggs on his backhand, threw it behind Ashton Grease. And now Elliott Life from behind his own net, or behind the Sioux Center net. He gets run into the corner. Able to stick it along for Briggs, or for Burt. Andy Gordon takes it, his shot, and a save made. And Dre Burns tangled up along with number 23, Van Berkel. Burt was able to knock Van Berkel to the ground, but there is no penalty upcoming for either team. And the Caps keep their top power play unit out there. Ashton Grease jump back out here with this number 1 unit. Jaden Flora was in his spot the first time the Caps had their power play, which turned into 2 power plays at the same time. They had 5-on-3, but Ashton Grease took a knee-on-knee, so he had to give him a little bit to get ready to go. So now the Leisure Palace puck drop is won by the Storm, and they will clear it down the ice. With 1:30 to go, here the main advantage. Grease on his backhand, flipped it up off the glass. Comes out of the zone, and the Storm will throw it right back down. it'll be Kieran Duffy to glove it. Go off the stick of Duffy for Grease. And now up here for Rafe Briggs. 3-on-2. He'll carry it in. Good back check by Visser to get back and eliminate Elliott Life from potentially getting a shot. Now Life will take that shot. And a save and another rebound and save made. The first one went wide. The second chance on the rebound was a save made by Cannigator. Now here's Briggs. He'll turn. Flips it over for Life. A little give and go off the skate to the stick. On the backhand from Briggs. It hits somebody in front, and it will go wide. Now Briggs is held on to, and it will be still, they say play on. The Capital bench won the penalty. Did not get it. Kieran Duffy will hold on to it, and it will be 35 to go in the man advantage as Ashton Grease goes up the boards for Burns. Into the zone, 4-on-2 in. Dre Burt will wait his shot, and that one goes over Cannigator. Be around. That one's thrown by the Storm. They'll clear the zone. 18 left to go in the man advantage. Duffy again. It'll be up. Keenan Howard goes for Grease. And now Grease into the zone again. Ashton Grease, Dodson threw into the net, a rebound chance. Cannigator makes another save. It's still loose. It's behind the net, Andy Gordon. Couple guys tumble the ice again. It'll be a pass from Ashton Grease. Keenan Howard runs into Grady Duden. Otherwise, the Storm could have a chance for Aiden DeAgger to get a breakaway. It'll be played back out of the zone, and here's Grady Duden to go one-on-one here with Dre Burns. And the stick from Dre Burton. Then he knocks down Duden. Duden looks for a penalty. The puck was still loose. Duffy makes the first save. It's still loose. Everybody's diving forward and around the net. The save was made by somebody. There's another chance at a save made, and Duffy will glove it and get a whistle with 12:22 to go here in the second period. Duden and Burns. Burt knocked down Duden. He was looking for a penalty. Did not get the penalty. And then the puck was still loose, though. Burt maybe thought he was going to get a penalty called on him. The puck was still loose, and then all of a sudden Duffy got turned all the way around. Everybody was diving in front of the net to make sure it didn't go in. And then Duffy finally got back into position. The shot came, and he was able to glove it and show the glove to everybody to get the save. So we are back to 5-on-5. 27-12 in shots in favor of the Caps, but it's still 1-1. The Caps are 0 for 3 in the Grey Goose Store and Social Club power play tonight. At the blue line, Creed Waring holds the zone. They'll be back around. Dayton Visser looking to get after it. A pass to the front, and that one gets knocked down. And then the Caps, Chris Schultz, Ryan Wadeen fans on the first chance to clear it. Isaac Pollock now has it. And Pollock will go up off the glass and out of the zone. At the blue line. Good job by knocking it down was Zayden Anderson. Pass back for Anderson from Wadeen, and that misses him. And then it's up from Isaac Pollock. But it'll be taken here from Vandevet. Vandevet left at the blue line. Taken by the Storm. They still have it in the offensive end. Chris Schultz will turn in the far side corner, the Zamboni doors. He'll throw it back to those corner doors. And Ryan Wadeen now. He'll throw it off the boards and down, and it will not be far enough for an icing. It was held in by Kyle Schupert. Kamerman. Waring went too far for his man. And Elliott Life now for Rafe Briggs. Briggs will play it in the far side corner. Flipped around the boards, but not out of the zone. Chris Schultz will hold it in. Schultz again. It'll be played back. Elliott Life turns with it. A one-time chance from Rafe Briggs on the backhand. That might have gone wide. Good stick there from Andy Gordon. Briggs, he blew a tire, trying to get to the front of the net. The puck was still in the slot. And now Elliott Life trying to get a blind pass around. But it'll come back for Pollock to hold the zone in at the blue line. Then flipped up and out of the zone. And it will roll on its edge down. And it will go past the red line for an icing. And we get a whistle with 10:44 left to go here in the second period. Still 1-1 is our score. Be an offensive zone face-off here for the Capitals to the right of Cannigator. Elliott Life will take the face-off. As he'll go against, I believe, Isaac Bartz. To the right of Cannigator, Leisure Palace puck drop is 1. That was by Matthew King. And then it'll be out of the zone by the Storm all the way down, but they wave off icing. Burt up the boards. That's nearly turned over for King. But it will be Elliott Life now. Life 2-on-2 in the zone with Gordon. Life will get around his defenseman. His shot, and he scores! Elliott Life makes it 2-1 for the Caps. Went 5-0 on Canagator. And the 28th shots with 10:22 to go in the second period. The Caps are finally able to beat Canagator again. And it's now 2-1 here for the Hawaii Capitals. It's a big goal there for the Caps. As Ashton Grease will win the Leisure Palace puck drop. Devin Dotson swatted at it, be back in the zone behind the net of the Caps. Floor tipped along by Dotson over for Burnt here on the near side as he'll carry in the neutral zone. Burnt in the offensive end, swings wide, is back in. There's a rebound chance, and Keenan Howard had his shot blocked. Up from Jaden Floor at the blue line. Across, and here comes now the Storm. A pass from Bartz gets blocked down. That one trying to get thrown across. Again, Floor will block another chance from Van de Vet. Be up and down and all the way for an icing from the Caps with 9:37 to go here in the second period. 2-1 is our score, 28-12 in shots in favor of the Hawaii Capitals. Elliott Life picks up his 20th goal of the season. So he and Briggs now with 20 goals apiece between the two. Wind up with a shot at the blue line, blocked down by Byrne. He'll race after it, 3-on-1 in the zone. Dre Byrne to pass across, but a good diving play. That was made by Creed Waring. It'll come all the way around the boards, but not out of the zone by Jaden Floor. At the blue line, still held in by Floor. That pass from Ashton Grease looking to go to the slot, but nobody was home for the Caps. Dotson will try and chop at it. It'll come into the zone. It's going to be Grease chops at it. And now Keenan Howard plays it behind the net. Howard, nice pass over for Gordon, but he fails on the shots from the slot. Howard tried to poke it forward. And then Howard falls down in a pass. Oh, good stick there from Floor. Almost had Lane Kamerman off to a one-on-one chance. As Duffy plays it over. It'll come free. Trying to get a piece of it. And a man from Sioux Center got knocked over. They had a good chance to maybe tie that up. Trying to bat it out of midair. But it'll come back for Van Berkel. As he'll throw his pass across for Kamerman. They got intercepted. And now Andy Gordon's back in. Gordon trying to get to his forehand. He runs over Van Berkel. His pass gets blocked up. There's another pass from Grease. He'll come back. Pollock trying to make one move around one man, but it will come back to the blue line. Then Briggs trying to fish it back in the zone, and it goes out into the bench for a D-Day puck out of play. With 8:21 left to go here in the second period, 2-1 is our score. Caps have that lead with Elliott Life's 20th of the year. The Leisure Palace puck drop is won by the Hawaii Capitals. Rafe Briggs trying to get away from Creed Waring. Did not. It'll be back. Isaac Pollock throws it up. Elliott Life. He blew a tire, but he kept possession of the puck as he'll throw it in the corner. Briggs, he'll come back for Life. Nice pass for Briggs on his backhand. I don't know if he was trying to go to the corner or not. Elliott Life will get his shoulder into Kyle Schubert. Rafe Briggs, he'll turn. Now Life again. Life, he'll backhand it up for Chris Schultz. He'll throw it towards the net. He'll be played by Waring. He'll carry it out of the zone. Here's Creed Waring. His shot gets blocked down. Into the corner from the near side. Play from Vanderberg. A blind pass to the slot. Nobody was there but Gordon. He'll throw it up and goes off of Briggs, and he again was on the wrong side of the red line. And it'll be an icing with 7:27 left to go here in the second period. Briggs shaking his head, but he was almost there. Well, now the referees are going to talk about it here. We might have this. He might have had it. I don't know. I don't think he was at the red line. He was close to it. And they're going to say it was not an icing. So it will be an offensive zone face-off here for the Hawaii Capitals. All right. So that's staying corrected. We'll take it here. 7:27 left to go here in the second period. 2-1 lead for the Hawaii Caps. The Leisure Palace puck drop in the offensive end to the left of Canagator. It's won by Ashton Grease. Keenan Howard will back in it over for Pollock. His shot takes the stick out of the hands of Visser, but it was blocked to the corner behind the net. Pass to the slot from Grease, goes off of his skates. Chris Schultz is there at the blue line to hold the zone. On the far side, Schubert and Grease both fell to the ice. Schubert was able to get back up. Everyone will come free, and it'll come out of the zone, and Van de Vet will bring it forward. Van de Vet a pass up for Bart. Bart to the slot. That's going to be played. There's a chance, a shot, and a save made. The rebound will be in the back of the nets. And Sioux Center has tied it up 2-2 with 6:51 left to play here in the second period. Couldn't see who it was, but Sioux Center is fired up right now. We'll have to see who the official scoring is. Might be Visser that got his 9th of the year. But Sioux Center has tied the game up at 2-2 with 6:51 left to go here in the second period. So both times the Caps have gotten the 1 and 2-1 lead. Sioux Center has been able to tie it back up. See if the Caps get their third lead now. As it's at the red line, Floor stepped up. He's going to try to get the puck. Visser does get the goal, his 9. And we get a whistle, and a rough is called. So it looks like it would be Van Berkel. I think he said 10 for 23 and 7, which would be Van Berkel and Bart to get the assist. We'll have to check the scoring at the end of the period now as well. But Andy Gordon's going to go to the penalty box for 2 for a rough. And the Caps have to go back to the penalty kill with 6:32 left here in the period. Sioux Center is 1 for 2 so far on the power play. Hermanson Endodontics penalty kill. Matthew King. It will instead be turned around by Jaden Floor and thrown all the way down. Canagater will come out of his net. A little bit of a snow shower from LA Life into Canagater. So he tried to get himself to stop. Isaac Bart has it for now Matthew King. He gets run into by Elliott Life. A stick gets lost and end up tripping up Rafe Briggs. Now Briggs will try and glove it down, but instead it'll be taken by the Sioux Center Storm. Comes in front to the forehand, and a save made by Duffy as he got the pad down. The Storm were in a chance from Isaac Bartz. Now here's Duden, still in the zone. Glove down, played up from Van de Vet. Van Berkel. Played back around again, the Storm. There's a Waring, he fanned on it. And then Elliott Life threw a man into the boards as he was not facing outside. Duden looking for a one-timer as he was falling to the ice, threw it over the top of Kieran Duffy. And the Caps will finally get out of the zone, and it's Dre Burnt. Burnt one-on-one, shorthanded. The Caps do have a shorthanded goal, and Dre Burnt is thrown into the boards. He's thrown down. And still no penalty call in there, and Dre Burnt, he is slow to get up. Might have the wind knocked out of him. Here's Grady Duden. It's going to be 5-on-3 here for a moment as Dre Burnt can't get off the ice. And he will skate in to the bench. Coming back on the ice is Chris Schultz, and Asher Grease now has it. There's a loose stick, but here comes a 2-on-1. Keenan Howard in. He's trying to get to the free. Asher Grease with a shot and a save made by Canadigators. He got over. 4:48 to go here in the second period. 16 to go on the man advantage. I believe maybe Dre Burnt he's still in a lot of pain right now on the bench. And so we'll see, hopefully, as Andy Gordon will come out of the penalty box, and they're going to tell him to go right out to play. But Dre Burnt is really slow. I think right now, they're going to change some things up. John Lyons might be jumping out with Jaden Floor. Hope that it's just the wind knocked out of him, but Burnt has been hunched over on the bench, not even sitting on the bench. He was right in front of where the guys sit. So here's Kamerman, his pass intercepted by Grease, and he'll go around the boards. Here's the Storm with 3 to go on the power play. So the Caps will kill it off. Andy Gordon will jump out. Actually, it will be Devin Dawson to jump back out for Andy Gordon. The second line is out there for the Caps. That shot is save made by Duffy, trying to clear the zone. It'll be Asher Grease to finally clear the zone, and Devin Dawson will punch it along for Grease. And then Devin Dodson, he gets run down before he could get a chance to get to the puck. Coach Steele not happy with that call. Fans yell, but again, no call. There's a shot. Goes just wide of the glove side of Duffy. 4 minutes to go here in the second period. The intensity has picked up a little bit here between these two teams. It's 2-2. As the pass comes to the slot, looking for a one-timer. A couple guys hit the ice, but the shot went wide. And now here's Ashton Grease again. Long shift here for Ashton Grease. He's able to get around one check, but it was taken by the Storm. Glove down by Isaac Pollock. And here's Isaac Pollock, walks it in. His shot, and that one might have hit a stick, and it will go in the netting, and a DNA puck out of play with 3:37 left to go. And how about this, Dre Burns? He'll go for a skate. Looks like he's right back out on the ice. That's great news for this Hawaii Capitals team. They're saying the puck was not deflected. It went straight into the netting. But Dre Burnt didn't miss a shift. Talk about a hockey player. He was 2 minutes ago. It looked like there's any way that he's going to go back into the hockey game. He's already back out there. He's going to try and get a defensive play. That pass was left, and it's taken by now Briggs. And here's the captain for the Caps as he'll carry it in with Elliott Life. Briggs couldn't get to the front of the net as he had it poke checked away from him. Jaden Floor trying to run into a man. Now here's a 2-on-1 developing the other way. Grady Duden, his pass is blocked by Dre Burns. And it'll come back free. And all the way down the ice, but not far enough for an icing as Creed Waring will take it. Great play there by the sophomore Briggs. Held in at the blue line by Briggs. Briggs for Life. Pass back for Briggs. His shot goes over the glove side of Canagator. So he was looking to make it 3-2, looking for his second of the game. Briggs again will glove down and clearing attempt. Briggs just run into the boards. Here's now Dre Burnt, diving play to keep it in the zone. As we play up, flipped up, off the stick of Elliott Life, and it will be a high sticking call. And it'll go for a face-off all the way down on the other end of the ice with 2:40 left to go here in the second period. (29-17) in shots in favor of the Hawaii Caps. But it is a 2-2 game with 2:40 to go here in the second period. It is Van de Vet on the face-off. He will win the Leisure Palace puck drop, but it goes underneath the stick, and now Ashton Grease with a lot of speed in. Couldn't get the pass over for Devin Dodson, but it'll be played back out, and Dre Burnt will throw it, and he'll throw it for an icing, and we'll get a whistle with 2:26 left to go. A lot of odd-man chances here between these two teams, but defensively on the odd-man chances, both defenses have come up big and not allowing a whole lot of good looks on the odd-man chance. Be another Leisure Palace puck drop to the left of Kieran Duffy. Waring, he'll hold the zone. He'll come around to the near far side corner. Played back behind the nets. Trying to look back in front. It's loose in front, and it'll be now played by Ashton Grease. Nobody could get a stick on it, but it was until the Capitals were able to clear the zone. Ashton Grease trying to throw it around Waring, but actually threw it on net, and Canagator was able to easily stick it into the corner. Comes back, Dre Burnt from his blue line. His pass gets blocked down. And now here the Storm again. Burnt will try to eliminate Visser in the corner. Be played back. Waring winds up with a shot. It goes off the blocker of Duffy. Be played back again for Van Berkel. He lost the puck. Keenan Howard now will take it. And Howard gets space in the neutral zone. He'll walk it into the offensive end. He'll go to his backhand. His pass to the slide gets blocked out. Dotson. His pass, again, that gets blocked. Near side corner, wrapped all the way around the boards, off the glass. Isaac Pollock with a shot that gets blocked. Keenan Howard behind the net. Ashton Grease run into. Howard looking to support. Comes out. So Dodson actually helped to support, but Jaden Floor didn't see the pass come back to the points. And then Isaac Pollock will throw it in the crowd. He actually threw it into the second deck. And we get a whistle with 1:06 left to go here in the second period. 30-18 in shots in favor of the Caps. But again, it is a 2-2 hockey game. On the Leisure Palace puck drop, it's won by the Hawaii Capitals, but not out of the zone. Kamer with a shot. That one kind of caught Duffy off guard, whether he can get the blocker on it, but he's able to cover it up for a whistle with 58.3 left to go here in the second period. Just 19 shots for the Storm, but 2 goals. As it will be played here from the Caps and out of the zone. And here comes now Andy Gordon in. His pass for Briggs. His shot and a save made by Kanigher. Just barely got a piece of it. At the blue line, it'll come back out to the Capitals blue line. And just missing Rafe Briggs. No icing as it was played before it got to the goal line. Thrown all the way down. That one was tipped by Chris Schultz, so Kieran Duffy has to tee it up behind his own net. Isaac Pollock will take it. His pass up, Kamerman. Kamerman a pass over for the faceoff. Down a shot and a block shot by Chris Schultz. Here's another chance with a guy on the ice right in front of Duffy. And then we'll have a whistle. Isaac Pollock, he'll throw down Aiden DeJager. And the net came off his moorings. DeJager came up to Pollock and kind of pushed him in the boards, and Pollock had a quick little push, and I think Pollock, you got to take both of them. If both of you got to go to the penalty box. And Aiden DeJager's going to go to the penalty box as well. If you're going to get Pollock for one, you got to get Aiden DeJager on the other one to make matching roughing minors. So DeJager now has got 2 penalties. Pollock did not get that first one with 18.9, or excuse me, in the first period. So he's got just his first, and we skate 5 aside with 18.9 left. On the Leisure Palace puck drop, it's won by the Caps. There's a shot and a glove save made on the backhand, glove save made, Pecorine style from Kieran Duffy with 13.9 left. Turn the glove over, looking like a first baseman making that, or a catcher making that grab. Leisure Palace puck drop is won by the Sioux Center Storm. That pass to the slot, nobody was home for either team. All the way in the near side boards. Be up and out, but it will be Creed Waring now with 2 to go in the period. Who comes in on side, but that's going to do it for the end of the second. And we are tied 2-2 here after 2 periods. 31-20 in shots in favor of the Hawaii Capitals. Elliot Life and Dayton Visser, the 2 goal scorers in that second period. And again, with 31-20 in shots, the Capitals still control the shot advantage, but it is still a tied hockey game after 2 periods. We'll see if we can get a word with either Coach Steele. We'll talk with Coach John Katilnik after the first period, as Steele's actually getting a word with one of the referees. The referee coming over to talk with him before we get into the second intermission, which will be Bridget M. Photography's second intermission, along with our Rankin Great Wealth Management second intermission stats. We'll have that here for you. See if we can't still, again, get a word with Coach Steele, as it is 2-2. Elliot Life and Dayton Visser have gotten the 2 goals so far, or got the goals in that second period. Rafe Briggs and Vandevet had the goals in the first period, as the Caps had a 1-0 lead and also a 2-1 lead, when it is 2-2 here after 2 periods. 31-20 in shots in favor of the Hawaii Capitals. And Coach Steele talking with the referee, as we'll go ahead and take our first break here, the intermission, as you're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com. We'll come back with the second intermission, Bridget M. Photography second intermission, and our Rankin Great Wealth Management stats here on Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com.
Pictures we want to last forever. Special times called photography, a unique boutique studio offering family portraits, children, seniors, and even your pets. They're available for weddings, commercial events, and sports photography. Stop at their studio in Pierre or look over their website at bridgetmphoto.com. Pictures and memories that will last forever. Bridget M. Photography in Pierre.
Wealth management, a place where achieving can only come from working together. We build deep, meaningful relationships that will last generations. Investments change. Situations change. You work together to create a financial plan. Your financial freedom. Call Rankin Great Wealth Management at 224-595 or
Securities offered through LP. Investment advice offered through GW Advisor. LPL Financial.
We all enjoy going out to eat, but where to go? That's the question. The answer? Grey Goose Store. 1 p.m. for breakfast. Choose from there, along with the that will make any kid. At Grey Goose Social Club, you'll find mouth-watering food, and it's always served with a smile and great service. Social Club, one of those little out-of-the-way places.
DNA Construction, the company to call for your commercial and residential needs. New construction, remodel, whole barns, windows and decking. Are you in need of a barn, garage, or tool shed? How about that workshop you've been dreaming of? DNA Construction can make it happen. Give us a call at 224 DNA Construction. That's 262.
The Swartz 2006. Insurance, we cover it. Farm insurance, we cover it. Commercial insurance, we cover it. Agency is open 5 days a week to assist in your needs. Remember, quotes are free. Chances are the Swartz Agency can save you money on a policy and provide the same or better coverage. The Swartz Agency. Get the personal service you deserve. Call Ryan at the Swartz Agency at 224-0707. That's 224-0707.
Hi, this is Steve Steele, the head coach for the Oahe Capitals, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on 104.5 Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com.
As we welcome you back here to the Expo Center as our second intermission, the Bridget M Photography second intermission, along with our Ranky Gray Wealth Management second intermission stats. 31-20 in shots in favor of the Caps again through two periods, but again, it is a 2-2 tie after two periods, as the goals in that period where Elliott Life got the goal. He got the goal from Rafe Briggs to make it 2-1, and then Visser got the goal from Van Berkel and Isaac Bart. I heard that correctly. It was Visser for Van Berkel and Bart to make it 2-2. That came with about 7 minutes left to go in the second period. The Caps are now 0 for 3 on the power play. Sioux Center is 1 for 3 on the power play. And Isaac Pollock in the Jagger in the penalty box for at least a minute and 42 seconds, or 32 seconds, I should say. I guess that would be 42 seconds. There we go. We get it right eventually. Minute 42 seconds, and then it'll be the next whistle after the minute 42 seconds before the Caps are back, or have Isaac Pollock back. It is still 5 aside because it was matching minor penalties between Pollock and Aiden DeJager. 31-20 in shots so far. Again, the Caps have had some pretty good looks, but Canagator again continues to be playing well for the Sioux Center Storm with 29 saves through two periods. We'll talk here a little bit later about the score in around the league, as every game except for one has now started. Actually, all the games have now started, and we'll talk some scores here in just a little bit, and we'll give you some updates. Again, we were talking about keeping tabs on the Rushmore Thunder and Brookings Rangers. We'll have an update on that here in just a little bit as well. But the Caps and Sioux Center Storm tied at 2-2 after 2. Back in a little bit as we continue the Bridget M Photography and our Bridget M Photography second intermission. Listen to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com.
Pictures are memories we want to last forever. For those special times, call Bridget M Photography, a unique boutique photography studio offering family portraits, children, seniors, and even your pets. They're available for weddings, commercial events, and sports photography. Stop in and visit their studio in Pierre, or look over their website at BridgetMPhoto.com. Pictures and memories that will last forever. From Bridget M Photography in Pierre.
Ranky Group, a place where achieving success can only come from working together. We believe in deep, meaningful relationships that will last generations. Investments change, family situations change. At Ranky Gray Wealth Management, we want to help you navigate these changes because our commitment to you won't change. Let's work together on creating your financial plan for financial freedom. Call Ranky Gray Wealth Management.
A registered investment advisor, GWM, and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Bros Engineering. Their solutions are founded by 3 priorities: quality, time. We understand how important these are to our clients, and we believe that customer satisfaction is highest priority. Since 1982, Bros Engineering has been providing civil engineering, surveying, and architectural solutions for government entities, airport boards, oil and energy clients, and private developers. With nearly 100 team members spread across 6 offices, our strength is in our people. Bros Engineering. We provide solutions.
Hi, this is Katrina from Oahe Federal Credit Union. Ever wonder what the difference is between a credit union and a bank? Credit unions are member-owned and non-for-profit. So instead of paying shareholders like banks, credit unions return profit to members with higher dividends and lower interest rates. If you are an employee of the state of South Dakota, stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and discover the benefits today.
Oahe Federal Credit Union.
The frigid heat of summer can really put a dent in your pocketbook. The gang at Weatherall Insulation in Pierce say, just foam it. Saving money on your energy bills is what it's about with Weatherall Roofing and Insulation. Let Weatherall Roofing and Insulation help you save money with their custom spray foam or blow-in fiberglass insulation. Call 224-7982 for a free estimate. And remember, just foam it.
Hi, this is Jaden Floor, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com.
As we welcome you back here to the Expo Center and back in the Bridget F Photography second intermission, we have other games, 5 games going on right now across the states, but there's only 2 a score, and one of them is right here with the 2-2 tie. Brookings and Rushmore playing right now. Rushmore Thunder in the second period have a 3-1 lead over the Brookings Rangers. That is impressive, as the Brookings, again, they're undefeated, have not lost. They've only won one game in overtime, and that was against the Oahe Capitals, but it is 3-1 right now. Rushmore picked up their third goal in the second period. That's all the scoring so far. They led 2-1 after one. Aberdeen is playing Sioux Falls 2 right now. That is scoreless as they get closer to the second period. Yankton and Mitchell, they are scoreless in the first period, and Watertown and Sioux Falls 2, Sioux Falls 1 and Sioux Falls 2 is playing Aberdeen. They're scoreless. Watertown and Sioux Falls 1 are also scoreless. They would have just started. They were scheduled to start at 8:15 here this evening. It's just now 8:21 here tonight. So the Caps and the Storm tied at 2-2. The Rushmore Thunder lead the Brookings Rangers 3-1. And that's the only scores that we have so far, as everybody else is scoreless. Tomorrow there's a couple games. We got the first one of the day with the Storm and Caps playing at noon, and then it's the Thunder and Rangers. They'll play at 1:45. Watertown and Yankton play at 2:30, and then that will conclude this weekend, and we head to then just the final 2 weekends of the regular season. Yeah, we're down to the final 2 weekends after this weekend's completed. Hard to believe that we're at the end, getting close to the end of we're in the semifinal day of the state tournament a month from now. Literally a month from now, we're playing probably the last game of the night, the second semifinal of the night. So we are down to the end, and this has the feel of a state tournament game because of how important these 2 points are for both these teams. Sioux Center, and again, with a Caps sit, Sioux Center needs to basically win out, and the Caps have to lose out for them to be able to pass them up in the standings. However, Sioux Center, they don't want to go down the 6th seed. They don't want to have to play the number 3 team, and then have to play the number 2 team if they would get that win. The Caps, they don't want to be the 3 seed or the 4 seed. They would have to play the 7 seed the first round, and they don't really want to have to play the 5 seed the first round or play the top seed going into the state championship. And that's at the bare minimum. Sioux Center can still get up towards third place if they continue to win out and get a couple more losses from Sioux Falls 2 and from Rushmore, depending on how that turns out. But the Caps can still get the top seed in the state tournament. If they pick up these 2 wins and Rushmore ends up losing to Brookings, the Caps will be the number 1 team here in the state going into Sunday, which where we sit at now, most everybody has the same amount of games played outside of maybe just one, and which would be a huge point to make too, because sometimes you get a team at the top, well, they've played 6 more games than everybody else, so they should be the top team. Now when you've played the same amount of games and you're above someone else and you're at the top of the state, that's a huge mark to have. So the Caps, this is an important third period. You got to win one period to pick up a win for either team, and this is a big third period coming up, and we will have it for you next. The Oahe Capitals and Sioux Center Storm tied at 2 after 2. Back with the third period. You're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com.
Their memories we want to last for Bridget M Photography, a unique boutique seniors and even your pets. They're available for weddings, commercial events, and sports photography. Stop in and visit their studio in Pierre or look over their website at bridgetmphoto.com. Pictures and memories that will last forever. From Bridget M. Photography.
Ranky Gray Wealth, a place where achieving only come from working together. We believe in deep, meaningful relationships that will last generations. Investments change, family situations change. At Ranky Gray Wealth, we want to help you navigate these changes because our commitment won't change. Let's work together on creating your financial plan for your financial freedom. Call Ranky Gray Wealth Management at 224-5959 or visit us at rankygray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FIRNA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors. A registered investment advisor. GWM and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Dr. Central South Dakota Specialty Root Canal Treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, quality first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treat your dentist if a root canal is for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre. Tired of walking out in the morning with to scrape your car? Don't waiting for the car to. Well, what are you waiting for? Call Sunmasters in Pierre, and they can install your start today. Stay warm this winter and keep those wind comfort inside your home. Call 224-6102 or stop in today at 1020 East Sioux Avenue. Sunmasters in Pierre.
Has it been years since you've been to the dentist? Are you afraid? If so, you are among many people who feel this way. Hi, I am Dr. Michelle Hofer of Missouri River Dentistry. At our office, we pride ourselves as an office that uses a personal touch to offer gentle dentistry, tailored to fit each patient's needs. We do so by utilizing state-of-the-art equipment to allow the patients to feel comfortable. So whether it has been many years or 6 months since a visit, your oral health is important. To call us at Missouri River Dentistry, 223-2021, 223-2021.
Hi, this is Rafe Briggs, captain of the Hawaii Capitals, and you're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, capitalcityrock.com.
As both teams are making their way out to the ice for the start of the third period, the Hawaii Capitals and Sioux Center Storm, they will start 5-on-5, and the Caps and Storm are tied 2-2 here after two periods, 31-20 in shots in favor of the Hawaii Capitals. But Blake Cannigator, he's been the near top star here for this Sioux Center Storm team. He's got to be the top star for this Sioux Center Storm team because of all the saves that he has made, all the terrific saves he's made. He's been their best player, and I think rightfully so that everybody sees it for on the bench for the Sioux Center Storm. 17 minutes are on the clock as we are getting close to 8:30 here on this Saturday evening. These two teams will meet again tomorrow afternoon at noon. A little bit different than when the Caps last weekend on Saturday played at 8:15 and then had to turn back around and play at 10:15 start. They have a little bit of extra time off here between the end of this one and the beginning of tomorrow afternoon's game. It'll be the top line for the Hawaii Capitals. Like the top line, the starters for the Sioux Center Storm, Matthew King and Elliott Live. We're underway here in the third period. The Leisure Palace puck drop is won by the Sioux Center Storm. It'll be free. Rafe Briggs gloved it down on the backhand. He gets run into. He is down on the ice. Penalty is coming up on Sioux Center, and Briggs, I think he took a hit. Looks like he's going to be head contact. And Coach Steele is making his way out there. So it's going to be a 2 and a 10. And we hope that Rafe Briggs is okay. But he's not moved since he took that hit. .49 left to go here in the third period as we'll have a 2 and a 10 upcoming. Again, Rafe Briggs is still down on the ice right now. Let's see if, I don't know if maybe a trainer will come out or not, but looks like Van Berkel might be done for the game too. That would be his third penalty, as it's going to be a 2 and a 10. And he already had a penalty as well. Briggs is back up to his knees. Now he's got to a seat-up position. Van Berkel And Rafe Briggs is able to skate up. And he will skate around. I think he'll have to go to the bench here for a little bit. And Van Berkel as Coach Steele. And Coach Steele, I think a fan was not very happy with Briggs going down, and Coach Steele is now very upset that someone was yelling at Briggs about that. And so Briggs is skating off, and Coach Steele was telling the referees that he wants that fan out. Van Berkel is for a 2 and a 10 with head contact. 16:49 left to go, and that's an unfortunate thing for someone to be yelling. And again, I didn't hear what was said, but Coach Steele not happy with what he was saying, what somebody had said. So Caps will have the power play, have a 5 minutes power play, and they can score as many times as they want. So it's a 5-minute power play here for the Caps. Greg Gustoro Social Club power play. Rafe Briggs is on the bench right now. He's going to get checked out. I think he'll go back out on the ice. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully he's able to get back out on the ice, but we want to make sure that his safety comes first. But we have a 5-minute major penalty is called.
At 16:49, we have a 5-minute major for number 23 for head contact. That also carries a game misconduct.
So Van Berkel is out for the game. The Caps have a 5-minute power play. Jaden Floor has it here as he'll throw it over for Ashton Grease. Grease now for Jaden Floor. Back to the blue line, lost the puck, so it'll come out of the zone, and Jerry Burns will have to skate in his zone towards his own end. He'll have to go into his own end, and he'll play it around here and up for Andy Gordon. Now here's Elliott Life. Life lost the puck, and then it's going to be cleared away by the Storm. But there's still 4:30 left to go here in the power play for the Hawaii Capitals. Elliott Life will play off of his stick and be around the boards and behind the nets. Back for Jaden Floor. Here's Floor. Up now for Burnt. Here's Elliott Life. Life will carry it in. Here's now Floor again on the backhand. Floor trying to get to the front of the net, trying to stuff it in, but Canagator's got the post covered up, and we get a whistle with 15:52 left to go here in the third period. 4:04 left on the power play in the 5-minute major to Van Berkel. Rafe Briggs doesn't miss a shift. He's right back out there. Well, great to see that he is feeling okay and back in the game. Be cleared by the Sioux Center Storm all the way down. Duffy will tee it up for Dre Burnt to take. Burnt lost the puck, though. Pass back, looking over. He's trying to get it over for Bart. That one came from Van de Vet, but it will be now played here for the Caps as Bart never got to the puck. Here's Rafe Briggs. Carried across. Rafe Briggs is in. His shot, that goes off the side of the goalpost and into the netting. And it'll go out of play for a DNA puck out of play. 15:23 left to go here in the third period. Still 3:35 left to go in the major penalty. Leisure Palace puck drop to the left of Canagator. They need a puck. Puck went into the netting, so get that new puck. DNA puck out of play. A Leisure Palace puck drop. Here between Elliott Life as well as Van de Vet. It's won by the Storm and cleared down by the Storm. Briggs racing with Van de Vet. Briggs overskated, and now Van de Vet will take the puck, but he's checked off the puck by Floor. Now here's Briggs again, up the ice for Elliott Life. Life on his backhand, trying to get to the front of the net, trying to stuff it in. Canagator got over to make the save. And they'll come back here again for Jaden Floor. Floor, quick pass down for Briggs. Briggs trying to get to the slot. He gets pushed. A couple guys are pushing and shoving. And it'll be out of the zone and all the way back down again. Here's Floor. Up for Andy Gordon. Gordon 3-on-3 in. Gordon's shot. That one goes wide. Briggs trying to get one off of Canagator. And then Andy Gordon We get called for a penalty. Isaac Pollock will come back out along with Aiden DeJager and Andy Gordon, so that will knock out 2 minutes of the 5-minute major penalty. Gordon gets called 2 minutes for a rough. That's his second penalty. With 14:32 left to go here in the third period. So the Caps, it'll be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, and then the Caps will have 44 seconds left on the man advantage once Gordon comes out of the box. Isaac Pollock toe drags around two different guys on the backhand pass for Grease, and that one was finally blocked away. Isaac Pollock pass off of a stick. Will be down for an icing, and we get a whistle with 14:13 left to go here in the third period. I think the Jagger was the one that iced it. He came out of the penalty box. I think he didn't realize that it was 4-on-4. And that was icing. 2-2 is our score. 14:13 left to go here in the third period. Ashton Grease and Grady Dune on the Leisure Palace puck drop. It's won by the Storm, but controlled by the Caps momentarily. And now the Storm will get it from Matthew King. His pass up, looking for Waring. It'll be now for Howard. His pass. A little quick hit out of the zone by Chris Schultz. Almost handcuffed him on the pass. But now King's back in the zone, looking to attack. Schultz will get tied up in the corner boards on the near side. As King comes free, nearly at the puck, but it will come to the slot and taken by Keenan Howard. And now Howard will skate with speed into the offensive end. Howard, his shot gets blocked out. Howard will race after into the corner, but played out by Duden. And here's Duden in the neutral zone. He gets pushed, but it goes in the offensive end, and the extra push gives Duden to get to the puck first. Duden, though, blows a tire. And now here's a chance for a 2-on-1. Ashton Grease with Keenan Howard in. Grease in the offensive end. Waring trying to get back. A pass for Howard, and shot in the save made by Cannigator. And it goes to the netting for a DNA puck out of play. And how about the back check from Creed Waring? The Caps, they were taking their time, but not a whole lot of time to get down and set up. And Waring put his head down with a big back skate and got a little bit involved with the shot. So not the cleanest of shot from Keenan Howard that he could have had with a true 2-on-1. That one thrown from Burnt was stick to the side by Cannigator. Out to the blue line and played back for Burnt. 25 left to go here on the 4-on-4. As Sioux Center has the possession. Thrown in off the pads of Kieran Duffy. And now Dre Burns comes back. Dayton Visser has it. Elliott Life, though, after Burnt ran into Visser. Burnt was the one that fell over, but is now here for the Caps. And Briggs will go up for Burnt. With 2 to go, Andy Gordon's coming out of the penalty box. And we got 40 seconds of 5-on-4. And a hand pass is called, so we get a whistle, and the Caps can get their power play set up with 39 seconds left to go here with 12:27 left in the third period. 2-2 is our score, 34-20 in shots in favor of the Caps. It gives a 5-minute major penalty to Van Berkel with head contact, so he is done for the game. Would have been, even if it was a 2 out of 10, it still would have been done. As that one will be thrown in by Sioux Center. 30 seconds left to go here in the main advantage. Elliott Life into the neutral zone. Life will carry it in the offensive end. Andy Gordon skated under his stick. And now back for Life, though. Elliott Life with a shot, and that one is blocker to side behind the nets. Then flipped up, and it'll come out of the zone, and now race after it. Kamerman will come out for a breakaway. Kamerman with a shot. That one goes wide of Duffy. With 8 to go on the power play, looking for a shorthanded goal. Goes all the way back down. There's a chance for Sioux Center to take their first lead. And then it'll go off of someone on the Sioux Center bench with 1 second left in the power play. And it'll be the second line that will jump out and get everybody set. As it will, Caps are unable to score. They had 3 minutes to try and get a power. They had 5-minute power play, but it turned into 3 minutes overall with 2 minutes of 4-on-4. The Caps are unable to score. That's a tough break for the Caps and a huge momentum builder here now for Sioux Center as it'll come all the way down. That should be enough for an icing. They're going to wave off the icing, so Dre Burnt will go around. There's only a second left of the power play, so once the faceoff was won, that should have ended the power play and could have been an icing call. But now here's Sioux Center as they intercept the pass. Dayton Visser, he'll head fake. His pass to the slot. Devin Dodson was there first, but he overskated the puck. Comes in front for a one-timer and a save made by Duffy in on nets. And Bart, I believe, was the one that got the shot, or Vandevet was the one that got the shot. He needed a chance for his second of the game to give Sioux Center their first lead of the night. Pass comes in front. There's a shot and a hat save made by Duffy, and then Duffy gets hit in the head. The goalie is down, and the Caps with possession, and Duffy is... Maybe he took an errant stick or took an elbow, or I don't know what happened with Duffy, but he got hit in the helmet. And Duffy will skate over around the boards, and he seems to be okay. But the face-off will come in the offensive end here for Sioux Center. And Coach Shields saying that we had the puck outside the zone. So the faceoff should come out. And Duffy seems to be okay. I think he might have gotten himself, might have got a little bit of a stutter getting hit in the helmet. But he got right back up. He circled around a little bit, but he seems to be okay. As the Caps now win the Leisure Palace puck drop from the neutral zone. Ashton Grease, as they'll be at the blue line, flipped up, but not into the zone. It will actually be a hand pass that is called, or a high stick's actually going to be called on Sioux Center. So it'll be now a face-off all the way down, offensive zone face-off with 10:51 left to go here in the third period in a 2-2 hockey game. Again, talked about how this feels like a state tournament game. These two teams met in the first round last year in one of the two games that were played, as that one's in the slot, but either Briggs or Elliott Life could get the shot, and then that one from Pollock hits somebody and goes in the net for a DNA puck out of play with 10:41 left to go now here in the third period, excuse me. Sioux Center makes their line change as Kamerman, DeYoung, and Bart are all out. And Kamerman wins the faceoff. It'll come all the way around, but now the zone is Chris Schultz will hold the line. He'll throw it down. It'll be played here from Elliott Life. Back over is Briggs on the near side. And I'm trying to get it up and out, and it does go out, but it goes off of Kamerman. So then Chris Schultz will throw it back from the red line back in the zone. And then throw it around for Schultz again. That one will be played back for Isaac Pollock, who will throw it back in. Here in the Storm, up off the glass, off of a stanchion that, could have taken a crazy hop. But instead, Isaac Pollock held the zone. That could be a big play here for the Caps. Elliott Life in the near side corner. But he'll be now at the blue line. And again, Chris Schultz will hold the line. The Caps are trying to get an extended offensive zone shift. As it comes all the way around, it will finally come out. Isaac Pollock has to play it back in the neutral zone. Back in the Capitals' blue line. Pollock fishes it out of the end. Sioux Center trying to come in offside. There's a check on Rafe Briggs. And then Andy Gordon steps up with a reverse hit. Creed Waring would try to get that hit on Andy Gordon. It'll come back. Here's Chris Schultz. He'll throw it back in. The Caps will tag back up and go right back in looking to attack. Elliott Life will get to it first. One of the Sioux Center Storm players went down. And Elliott Life's actually going to get the penalty called on him. An elbow was called. Boy, that was a huge sell by Sioux Center. Elliott Life gets called for an elbow, and now the Storm are going to get their fourth power play. 9:17 left to go here in the third period. Life in the box for two for an elbow. The Hermanson Endodontics penalty kill. Sioux Center, they take a long time to get their guys changed, and second time now, or actually not more than a second time that they've been told to stay on the ice. They've waited too long to change. Ashton Grease back in the zone. 9:05 left to go here in the third period. We are still tied 2-2. As it'll be here, Dayton Visser. Visser goes across. It's in the zone by the Sioux Center Storm, and then it goes off of one of the Storm players and for a DNA puck out of play. And so it will be coming out of the zone. And the referees didn't have a puck. I don't know, have a little struggle of trying to get the puck back into play, but we've got the puck back into play, and the Leisure Pals puck drop will be taken here by the Sioux Center Storm. 1:30 left to go here in the third period, in the main advantage with 8:40 left to go here in the third period. Still tied 2-2. 34-22 in shots in favor of the Hawaii Capitals. Ashton Grease poke checks it out of the zone, and now Ashton Grease has a chance for a breakaway. Short-handed, Grease in, trying to get to his forehand, and that one another save by Canagator, and it goes out in the netting, a DNA puck out of play, and we get a whistle with 8:27 left to go here in the third period. And another great save by Blake Canagator. 1:10 left to go here in the main advantage. This is a big penalty kill here for the Caps. Leisure Pals puck drop is won by Sioux Center all the way down. Should go enough for an icing, and it will be an icing. And Kieran Duffy was going to play it just in case they waved it off. Just in case. And we get an icing with 8:19 left to go here in the third period. So Duffy let it go past the red line and then sticked at it because the referee was a split second a little bit behind and for Duffy's liking. So he made sure that cameraman couldn't get over the puck. As it's won by the Caps now. They're looking to attack shorthanded. Burnt's shot goes over the top of the cage. Andy Gordon now in the far side corner with 50 to go on the power play for Sioux Center. As they'll come out, Schubert pass. And now here comes Sioux Center. Sioux Center in the attacking end. Aiden DeJager. He's trying to go a pass, goes off the back of the cage. DeJager's pass will go across, and Sioux Center has possession. Kamerman, quick give and go. Walking in, face-off dot, shot, save made by Duffy. The rebound goes off the stick of Visser. Hit a wide open cage off the shot and the save. As it'll be Kamerman now again. Kamerman with a shot, save made by Duffy. Sticked away by the Caps. Rafe Briggs trying to race after it. Pokes it free. Briggs trying to win the race to get to the puck. It'll come back for Gordon with a shot off the goalpost. And it came back to Canagator to cover for a whistle. With 9 to go on the power play for Sioux Center. Gordon was that close to tying it up. Had the ping off the goalpost. And it came off the post and it came right back into the glove of Canagator. I mean, he didn't even turn around. It just came back in front of him, and he gloved it. 9 seconds left in the main advantage. 7:26 left to go here in the third period. And the referee, again, Sioux Center too slow on their change. And they have to get Kamerman back out on the ice. Kamerman, his pass. It'll be Keenan Howard that will throw it back down. That will end the power play. Elliott Life back out to Devin Dawson will step on the ice for him. The second line is out for the Caps with 7:08 to go here in the third period. Thrown back in by the Capitals. From their own end, the Storm. Up the boards. Trying to get out of the zone. Held in by Howard. But now here comes Kamerman. Kamerman making himself a longer shift here after what's going to come out. That one to the slot looking for Dune goes off the stick of Duffy and now taken here by Isaac Pollock. And the defenseman will step up here. He'll skate in with speed in the offensive end. He'll swing wide. He'll swing behind the net. Pass to the slots, and that one missed everybody and taken by Duden. And now one-on-one here with Chris Schultz. Schultz and a good stick away from Chris Schultz as Pollock will flip it high just underneath the top, underneath the roof to keep it in the play, and now here's Ashton Grease in the attacking end. Keaton Howard did a good job of going onside when the puck came across as well. Grady Duden here for the Storm. Howard trying to hold it in, but he'll pass it back for Chris Schultz, and the Caps now will get the top line back out. Jaden Floor pass, that was going to be intercepted, and coming in is Isaac Bart. Bart with a shot and a save made by Duffy. 6:05 left to go here in the third period. In the near side corner, it'll be Elliott Life. As Visser was diving for it, now Visser will play it back as Andy Gordon ran into Visser. I think Gordon maybe took the helmet to the midsection. As Rafe Briggs, his pass looking for life. That's going to be turned over. A couple of guys banging into the boards. Here's Bart again with a shot and a save made by Duffy. And it goes in the netting for a DNA puck out of play with 5:39 left to go here in the third period. Boy, we've had a lot of DNA puck out of plays here tonight. Sometimes we go full period without seeing one. But a Leisure Palace puck drop will be to the left of Duffy with 5:39 left. And it'll be won by the Storm. There's a shot from Kamerman. Kamerman went back. He's been back playing defense here this evening for the majority of the time. Here's Elliott Life now as he'll, from the red line, dump it in. And Canagator from behind the back of the net, playing up the boards. Dre Burton holds it in, throws it to Canagator. He'll get his paddle down, make the save. It'll come back to the neutral zone. Bouncing puck. Jaden Floor will play it, though, for the Caps. And now Floor, he'll step up offensively. Floor with a shot. That one goes wide at Canagator on the blocker side. Around Kamerman. He's trying to get to the puck. Gets it out of the zone, looking for Duden. But Dre Burton now for Rafe Briggs. And Briggs at the blue line had his pocket picked. And a couple of guys hit as Matthew King fell down. And then Dre Burnt was tripped over him. Rafe Briggs avoids a check. His pass for Elliott Life. Pass back, Dre Burnt. His shot, that goes wide, glove side. 4:30 left to go here in the third period. And it'll be around to the far side again. Elliott Life looking to throw a hit on Isaac Bart. Bart throws it up the boards. Here's Kamerman now. Dre Burnt with a good stick. Burnt flips it up out of the zone. Rafe Briggs, his pass looking for Devin Dodson. Goes just past him. And now it'll be again here for the Sioux Center Storm. That goes off the linesman, so it didn't go deep. And Rafe Briggs, though Vainovet will throw it back in. As now here comes Dre Burnt for the Caps. He'll make one move around him, and a backhand pass up for Grease. He's trying to get Dodson. That goes off of his skates. Visser. Now here's Pollock. Up the boards. And back played here by the Storm. 3:45 left to go here in the regulation. Dre Burnt back towards the Sioux Center Storm blue line. Keenan Howard will take the puck. Howard will flip it up in the air, trying to get a chance to maybe go bat it out of the air, but it's thrown all the way down. Goes just wide. And no icing was called. Coach Steele not happy with that no icing call. And now here is a chance for Visser and a save made. That went wide to Duffy. You would have played that if you would have known that wasn't going to be icing. Here's another chance trying to stuff it in on Duffy, but he got the post tightened up. It'll go all the way down. Not far enough, though, for an icing. 3:13 left to go here in the third period. Still 2-2 is our score. Have not seen anybody score yet in this third period. That's intercepted by Grease in the attacking end, but couldn't turn all the way around to keep the puck possession as Andy Gordon gives it up for Ashton Grease. He runs into Aiden DeJager. Now Grease will come off the ice as Elliott Life will step on, and Keenan Howard, the last one of the second line, as it'll be chopped at. Visser, not offside. Grady Doonan is in onside. 4 players will battle for it. They'll come free to the corner. Chris Schultz around the boards. Not out of the zone. Isaac Pollock will play it from behind the zone net. 2:28 left to go in the third period. Aiden DeJager holds it in. Well, he did hold it in, but he flipped it out of play for a DNA puck out of play. And it'll be an offensive zone face-off here for it'll be a neutral zone face-off here just outside the Caps end with 2:26 left to go here in the third period. It'll be on the near side in the neutral zone. As Elliott Life will take the face-off with with King, and it's won by King and thrown in by the Storm. And Jaden Floor to the far side corner, lost the puck, and a good stick to get the puck back here from Floor. Trying to get up for Rafe Briggs, and now 2-on-2. Briggs will carry it in. Briggs from the slot, a shot, and it's blocked up, and then falling into the net, sliding into the net, and getting a net off his mooring, so we get a whistle, and it'd be a Leisure Palace puck drop. With 2:07 left to go here in the third period. 38-29 in shots. 2-2 is our score. Offensive zone face-off here for the Capitals. And it's won by the Storm. Flipped up. Blocked down by Briggs, but then out of the zone. Jaden Floor in the neutral zone. The Caps have to tag up here as it came back in momentarily. Briggs intercepts a pass. Chopped out by Floor. Comes back for Floor again. And now he will get it in the offensive end. Capitals are onside, and they hold the zone as Rafe Briggs gives it for Gordon. His shot and the save made. Life will glove it down the backhand. Another save made by Canigator. Maybe that one didn't get through. Briggs or Burr with a shot redirected by Life and a save made by Canigator with 1:36 left to go here in the third period. Caps trying to get that one last push here. 96 seconds left in regulation. 41-29 in shots in favor of the Hawaii Caps. As the Leisure Palace puck drop is won by the Sioux Center Storm. Now here's Grady Duden. Duden will carry it in. His pass to the slot. Visser, a shot goes wide of the cage. They're looking to get it back towards the slot. Duden with another chance goes wide again. 1:20 left to go here in the third period. Kamerman will face it down behind the net. Dre Burns, he's tied up, trying to get back to the puck. Held in there by Schubert. His shot and a blocker save made by Duffy. He's well out of his crease. That one's cleared down. Will it go down for icing? It will not go far enough for an icing. But it's played up the boards. Visser, under a minute to go here in the third period. With 50 seconds left now here in the third period, it will be Duden. Here's Keenan Howard. Howard will carry it in. He's got Gordon with him. Howard on his back end. He'll try and go behind the net. 40 seconds left to go in the third. Here's a chance for Isaac Pollock. He'll throw it down for Grease. Gordon with a backhand chance and a save made by Canigator. Comes free. Chris Schultz thought about it and did a good job by Schultz to play it back, or to go back, and it'll go all the way down, and it will be an icing with 26 seconds left to go here in the third period.
We got 26 seconds remaining in the period. Capital fans, let them hear you.
The Leisure Palace puck drop in the offensive end here for the Capitals. They've got the top line out. Elliott Life with Matt King. And it's won by Life. A shot and goes wide. Isaac Pollock on his back end held the zone. It's chopped up in the air at the blue line. It's down. And Rafe Briggs goes back to Pollock's spot. Delayed offside, and it will be an offside with 11.8 left to go. And we're closing in on overtime here. Caps and Storm 2-2 here after, with 11.8 seconds. I want to say after three periods, but after nearly 51 minutes of hockey. Down to 7 left to go here in the third. Chris Schultz will tie it up. Looks like both teams are going to get a point here unless we get one last shot. Both teams will get a point. We are heading to overtime. Second overtime game of the season for the Hawaii Capitals. It is 2-2 here after the regulation, and both teams will pick up a point. We'll play a 10-minute overtime period, and if we have no winner, we end in a tie. Caps played just 21 seconds of an overtime against Brookings, as they're 0-1 so far here on the season. As see if maybe we can find here with Sioux Center Storm if they have played a game in overtime yet. They are 2-0 in overtime. Beat Yankton and Huron in overtime. 41-30 in shots in favor of the Hawaii Capitals after three periods. There was no score after that in that third period. We'll try and check a quick score update as we are headed into the extra session. The score so far, Brookings has pulled within one, 3-2. 2-2 between Aberdeen and Sioux Falls 2. Yankton leads Mitchell 2-1. And Sioux Falls 1 is leading Watertown 3-0. So everybody's got at least some kind of goals scored in their games, but we are headed to overtime here between the Sioux Center Storm and the Hawaii Capitals. These two teams are going to do it again tomorrow afternoon at 12 o'clock. So we are closing in on, as we close in on 9 o'clock, we got about 15 hours until these two teams will battle again for a chance for 2 more points. Each team will come away with a point here tonight as we head to overtime between the Caps and Sioux Center Storm. Again, 41-30 in shots in favor of the Hawaii Capitals through those three periods. Sioux Center, they've got goals in the first period by Vandevet and Visser in the second period. Blake Vandevet and Dayton Visser scored. Rafe Briggs made it 1-0, and Elliott Life made it 2-0 or 2-1. Both guys picked up their 20th goals of the season. Gordon and Briggs with the assists on those 2 goals. Gordon the first one, Briggs on the second one. And it is 2-2 here after 2 periods. You are listening to KCCR FM Blunt as we hit to the 9 o'clock hour on this Saturday evening. Glad you could join us. Tomorrow, Valentine's Day, we'll have a matinee for you at 12 o'clock right here on Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com. And for those who are watching on Capital City Rock Sports on YouTube, and check that out for overtime and going forward as well, as we'll carry the rest of the Capital games this season right here on Capital City Rock, CapitalCityRock.com, and watch online, especially the home games. The road game might be a little bit difficult with the Rushmore Thunder, but we'll try and get that for you as well. As Kieran Duffy went back to the locker room, and he comes back out. So the Caps and Sioux Center, they are tied 2-2 here after 3 periods. And kind of look at the what Sioux Center has had, and you say, wait a second here. They took Yankton. It was Yankton and Huron, both into overtime. But the scores that Sioux Center has had this year, and the wins that they've had, the losses they've had, that made you say, well, this team's really good. This team's struggling right now. And, of course, they've gone with some injuries. Cutter Wright and Taylor DeJager, they both got broken legs, so they're both out for the rest of the season. So some of the scores could be a little head-scratcher if you haven't seen them, but this is still a good hockey team. They lost obviously Kenyon Brown from last year, but they still got a lot of senior guys. They got a lot of knowledge and a lot of veteranship. I mean, this team is full of seniors, full of guys that have played. I mean, you look down the roster: Grady Dune, Lane Cameron, Dayton Visser, Bart, Vandevet. King's a newer name. Aiden DeJager got some time. Creed Waring, Van Berkel, Kyle Schubert. All these guys have had several years of varsity experience. So there's not too many new names on this team from what we saw last year. And they've shown here tonight that this has been a state tournament atmosphere in this game. The Caps here are going to try and get a overtime win, as it is 2-2 here after 2 periods. Caps will go from left to right. Sioux Center from right to left, just like it was in the first and third period. And the NHL, they flip around. They go with a longer change in the 5-minute extra session, but we're playing 10 minutes, 5-on-5, outside of penalties being called. And the first goal win, or we end in a tie. No winner is guaranteed as we head to overtime. We're underway here in overtime, as Lane Kamerman will go up the boards. The Caps get it back out of their own end, but pushed back in by Dayton Visser. It'll be played back around. Chris Schultz up the boards for Gordon. Off the boards and out of the zone as Rafe Briggs now will go 2-on-2, looking to get it for life. Briggs held the blue line. Briggs throws it towards it, and then goes just wide. Any shot can win this one here for either the Caps or Sioux Center. As Elliott Life will take it. His pass for Gordon for the faceoff. Dot shot goes wide glove side of Cannigator. And it'll come back to the blue line, and it will be out of the zone. And a penalty is coming up on Isaac Pollock. And an interference is called on Isaac Pollock. And that's a huge penalty against the Caps. Pollock has got his second penalty of the game. And with 9:21 left to go here in the overtime session, it is now the 5th power play for Sioux Center, and they are 1 for 4 so far. Faceoff is won by Sioux Center. Kamerman almost turned the puck over, and now Briggs will get it back in the zone. Boy, that could have been huge. Elliott Life almost had a chance, but Van Berkel got the stick on it. So now here up the boards, Creed Waring. Here's Waring into the zone. Waring will look to set the power play. Go back to the blue line. His pass deflected by Briggs, goes out of the zone, and Matthew King has it. King throws it back in. It was delayed offside. Now here's Dre Burton. He can throw it down the ice. He almost missed it. The Caps have a chance for a breakaway, but Elliott Life couldn't get the pass. It wasn't hit hard enough for him. Rafe Briggs. Now Life, as he didn't want to go offside, will end up being Kamerman to take the puck from Life. And Hill's pass, that misses over from Matt King. And this thrown down, but Chris Schultz now will get it. Chris Schultz, he'll throw it up off of Cameron, and it'll go all the way down for an icing. We've been disconnected on Skype. If you're watching it on YouTube, try to get that Skype call back up. Here's a chance for Andy Gordon in on a breakaway. He's trying to get it back in. He could not get the shot to go. Welcome back, those. Sorry for the technical difficulties on Capital City Rock, CapitalCityRock.com. Still a power play upcoming here, or still a power play for the Sioux Center Storm. There's a chance and a rebound that does not get on net. And here's a chance for Ashton Grease. Grease 2-on-2 in the zone along with Dre Byrne. His shot gets blocked down from Visser. Back towards the net, 28 to go on the main advantage. 7:45 left here in overtime. As Aiden DeJager, he'll get around two different shorthanded penalty killers. 15 left. DeJager, he gets pushed. He lost his balance, and Jaden Floor will take the puck. Now Floor, as he'll get into the corner, he gets tied up. He pushes down a man. Floor hits the deck, and he'll come up the boards, but not out of the zone. Pass across. Vandevet fans with a shot attempt. Aiden DeJager with a chance, and that one will go wide. Keenan Howard will jump on the ice. Caps have a chance, and up. Caterman will get back, so they couldn't get a chance for a breakaway. And then finally now, Dre Burt will get some space. He'll throw it up and off of the skates of Ashton Grease. Grease lost his stick. Off the boards from Kamerman. Here's Keenan Howard, though, now with it. Howard throws it up. Vandevet, Jaden Floor pushes it up. 3-on-2, 4-on-2 for the Caps. Dre Burt, Jaden Floor with a shot. That one goes wide. Ashton Grease turns it around. Dre Burt scores! Tips it in, and the Caps win it in overtime with 6:46 to go. What a pass from Grease. And Dre Burt wins it. Fifth goal of the year for Dre Burt. And the Caps remain perfect at home. A 3-2 win for the Hawaii Caps. 6:46 left in overtime. And how about that pass from Ashton Grease? Blake Cannigator played absolutely amazing in that game. And Dre Burns was able just to tap it in front of the net. What a pass from Ashton Grease to Dre Burns, and that says it all for the Hawaii Caps as they win it 3-2 here in overtime. And these two teams will do it again at noon tomorrow afternoon. We'll step aside. We'll come back with our post-game show. Your Riverfront Broadcasting post-game show. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com.
The Swartz Agency, operating in the Pier 4 Pier area since 2006. Home insurance, we cover it. Farm insurance, we cover it. Commercial insurance, we cover it. The Swartz Agency is open 5 days a week to assist in your needs. Remember, quotes are free. Chances are the Swartz Agency can save you money on a policy and provide the same or better coverage. The Swartz Agency, get the personal service you deserve. Call Ryan at the Swartz Agency at 224-0707. That's 224-0707.
Tired of walking out in the morning with a thick layer of frost and having to scrape your car? Don't want to freeze sitting waiting for the car to warm up? Well, what are you waiting for? Call Jason Masters in Pier, and they can install your remote start today so you can stay warm this winter and keep those windshields defrosted from the comfort inside your home. Call 224-6102 or stop in today at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pier.
Bros Engineering. Their solutions are founded by three priorities: quality, time, and cost. We understand how important these are to our clients, and we believe that customer satisfaction is our highest priority. Since 1982, Bros Engineering has been providing civil engineering, surveying, and architectural solutions for government entities, airport boards, oil and energy clients, and private developers. With nearly 100 team members spread across 6 offices, our strength is in our people. Bros Engineering. We provide solutions.
North Star Financial Services in Pier is a full-service financial planning office dedicated to guiding you to financial fitness. Your wealth plan should be based on your life and goals, not spend. Keep us here. We'll take the time to hear your recommendations. Rethink what your money can do for you and reevaluate your financial fitness. Call Jackie Putzier at 494-3131 or visit North Star Financial Services in Pierre at 200 West Dakota. Securities and investment advisory services are offered through Woodbury Financial Services Incorporated or FINRA SIPC.
Hi, this is Chris Schultz, and you listen to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com.
As we welcome you back here to the Expo Center, it is in the post-game show, the Riverfront Broadcasting post-game show, and we were joined by Coach Steve Steele. And, Coach, how about that win tonight?
It's a win. That's the most important part. Wasn't a pretty game by any means, rough game, but at the same point in time, it counts as 2 points. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, Dre Burton gets the winner in overtime. What if it had that pass from Ashton Grease to Feinberg, an easy tap-in for him, because Canagator was good all game long, and that's pretty much how you had to beat him.
Yeah, I mean, I thought their goalie, he was outstanding tonight. I thought in the first period we had a shot to run away with it, if he didn't make some of those saves that weren't even just good saves. Those were exceptional saves, so I thought he kept him in the game early, and then, from there his team really fed off of him and fought us hard all game, but, you got to give a lot of credit to that kid, and I'm happy he lost, but, it was a really good game for him.
Yeah, and you guys outshoot Sioux Center 43-31. Let's talk about the middle portion of this game. You had the 1-0 lead. You had a 2-1 lead, but Sioux Center kept kind of tying it back up. Talk about guys, you try to stick with it because, it could have been really frustrating with how many shots and how many good shots that you had and only come away with 3 goals in the game. It could have been really frustrating for these guys.
Yeah, and it was, quite honestly. It was definitely a frustrating game for a lot of the kids. But, again, the biggest thing was just to continue to stay with the game, stay in it, stay focused, stay together, and not let the little things get us down. We just had to continue to play our style of hockey and trust that, we were going to be able to grind it out in the end. And
Elliot Life and Rafe Briggs now with 20 goals each. Again, we talked about it last night, but the first line keeps doing what those first line guys have been doing all year.
Yeah, they're so much fun to watch, and they're so lethal on the penalty kill. That's one of those things where usually when you get to the penalty kill, you're trying to kill 2 minutes. And I think we've had a pretty good amount of offense out of it with those two guys, just being able to really utilize that extra space, that extra ice out there, and find some holes to get down and chase some pucks.
How big is it now? Well, it's big all the time, but Carter Scholes, who played last night, he will take tomorrow. I don't know if they'll go with their other goalie, but with how Canagator played, he almost deserves to go again. But the fatigue of Canagator and a younger goalie than what Carter Scholes is, hey, having a nice goalie that had the night off has got to be pretty comforting going into tomorrow.
Yeah, that's definitely a huge thing is that we've got an extra guy, to get in there and play, just because, again, I can't imagine they don't play him. He was outstanding tonight. I'm sure he'll be tired tomorrow. he worked extremely hard, but so hopefully he is tired if he does play, but it's just got to be hard to really put all your eggs in that one basket where it's just really nice, where Kieran could really focus in today and, he had an outstanding game, and then, he knows that he doesn't have to save anything for tomorrow.
Last week we had a game that ended about 10 o'clock, and then to get ready for 12 hours later. It's not the same tonight, but how much better is it to be sleeping in your own bed going into tomorrow, too?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be nice to sleep in your own bed, and we still have a little bit longer time between games, but this will be the third game of the weekend as opposed to the second. So fatigue will definitely be an important thing to monitor tomorrow, and hopefully we can get our guys' legs through it, and then we can hopefully relax on Monday with the day off school, the holiday, and get back ready for next weekend.
One more question here. We'll talk about it again the pregame show tomorrow on the Weather All Coaches interview, but what's it going to be now after a 3-2 overtime game? Does that change anything going into tomorrow with how the game will be played and what you expect the game to be like?
I think if anything, tomorrow is going to be a little, today I think was a pretty emotional game, from both sides. The crowds were really both into it. Benches were into it. The kids were, it was just a high pace and there was a physical game, and I think usually the day after those, everyone goes to bed. They kind of got it all out of their system and it's a little calmer game, so I'm hoping, I think it will be, and I'm kind of hoping for a little calmer game in terms of the physicality tomorrow and, let the skill and the skating take over.
Coach, congratulations on a big overtime win. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning and get some rest tonight.
Sounds good. Thanks, John.
Coach Steve Steele, the Oahe Capitals, again, they win in overtime 3-2. Dre Burton gets the game winner as he scored 3 minutes, 14 seconds into overtime to get the Caps that big win, as they are now 13-0-0-1 on the season. That is the first overtime loss of the year for Sioux Center. They're now 2-1 in overtime games here this year, but a big win for the Oahe Capitals to pick up over Sioux Center. Our Bros Engineering final stats for you was 41-31 in shots, 43-31 in shots for the Oahe Capitals. They had 2-1 in shots in overtime, which that one extra one was the game winner for Jay Burnt, who picked up, that was his fifth goal of the year. Rafe Briggs, Elliott Life got the other 2 goals for the Caps. A power play goal for Van de Vet and an even strength goal from Visser had the 2 goals for Sioux Center. The Caps were 0 for 4 on the power play, and it was 1 for 5 on the power play for Sioux Center, and they had that 5th power play in overtime, but they did not score to pick up the win as Dre Burney got that great pass from Ashton Grease, who picked up his 10th assist of the season, so he's in double-digit goals and assists on the year with a 3-2 win here tonight. Yeah, again, these 2 teams will be right back at it tomorrow afternoon at 12. So we are about to take a 15-hour break, a little less than a 15-hour break before we get tomorrow's game underway as the Caps and Sioux Center Storm, as Coach Steele said, a big emotional game here tonight. It was an emotional game. There was a lot of things, a lot of emotion riding high tonight, and maybe we'll see things to be a little bit not necessarily cleaner, but just overall we'll see maybe guys be a little bit calmer going into that game, or we can see maybe the emotions get a little bit higher because Sioux Center, I don't think they're not going to come in here and lay an egg tomorrow by any means, because they're going to be ready for a win. They felt like they should have won this game. If the Caps would have lost or we ended at a tie, the Caps would have been feeling like they should have won the game. So this is going to be an important and interesting game tomorrow afternoon, especially that first period going into that game that starts at 12 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. It will be on the air around 11:40 right here on Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com. Try and get a couple scores here for you. Rushmore Thunder, they have beat the Brookings Rangers 3-2 in regulation. So the Oahe Capitals right now are in first place in the state standings at 13-0-0-1 with 27 points. The Rangers have lost for the first time, and they are now sitting at second with 26 points, tied with the Rushmore Thunder. And Rushmore has played one more game. But for tonight's, and potentially if the Capitals win tomorrow, for the rest of the week, the Caps could be in first place in the state standings going into a big weekend against Rushmore and Brookings next week, Saturday and Sunday. But the Caps are on top of the state standings right now after the Rushmore Thunder beat the Brookings Rangers 3-2 here tonight. The other scores, Sioux Falls leading Aberdeen Cougars 3-2. That's Sioux Falls 2 leading Aberdeen 3-2. Yankton and Mitchell are tied 2-2, and Sioux Falls 1 leading Watertown 3-0. Those are the other scores going on right now as 10 of the 11 teams are in action here tonight, with only the Huron All-Stars off for the evening. Our North Star Financial 3 stars of the game. Ashton Grease will be our third star with his assist. That was the game-winning assist to Dre Burtz, as he'll pick up our third star. Kieran Duffy is going to be our second star with 29 saves on 31 chances. And you got to go with the guy that got the game winner, and Dre Burnt. He's going to be our sports agency player of the game and our North Star Financial first star of the game, as he picked up the game-winning goal, 3:14 into overtime, and the Caps win it 3-2 here tonight over the Sioux Center Storm, 3-2. That will wrap things up for us here this evening in the Riverfront Broadcasting post-game show, as the Caps win it 3-2 over the Sioux Center Storm. Thanks to Ray Lewis again back at the station. He's working some overtime here this weekend, so appreciate all the extra work that Ray Lewis is doing today. He had the Sully Buttes game on the air earlier today, and also have the Caps game here tonight, so appreciate all the work that he has done for the last 2 days especially. And we'll have him again tomorrow, and it's going to be looking forward to that game tomorrow. We'll talk to you again tomorrow around 11:40 in the morning as the Caps take on the Sioux Center Storm for the second game in as many days. Final score once again, Caps win over the Sioux Center Storm in overtime. They win 3-2 as we say so long from the Expo Center.
Listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com. Capitals Hockey is brought to you by First National Bank, Weatherall, Sunmaster, Taco John, North Star Financial, and Missouri River Dentistry. Capitals Hockey is also brought to you by Graves Plumbing, Home Care Services, Ranky Gray, Bridget M. Photography, Sports Agency, and DNA Construction. Capitals Hockey is also brought to you by Leisure Palace, the Grey Goose Store and Social Club, Hermanson Endodontics, Oahe Federal Credit Union, and Bros Engineering. Join us all season long on your home for Oahe Capitals hockey, Capital City Rock, and CapitalCityRock.com. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports.